What's going on, y'all? First rebuild on the channel, and we're about to rebuild the Washington football team. I've been a fan of the Washington football team my entire life, and this is the first team that I rebuild on my own personal time every time I get Madden. So of course I'm going to start with the football team. Usually we kind of suck, but this year we actually have a lot of young, really good talent. You know, we have obviously Chase Young, we have Montez Sweat, Terry McLaurin. Jonathan Allen's not super young anymore, but he's still really good. Brandon Scherf's a great player. But the big question, Antonio Gibson also, I like him a lot too. But the big question is, what are we going to do at quarterback? You know, we have Ryan Fitzpatrick and we have Taylor Heineke. Is he the future? Maybe. Maybe we can make him the future in Madden, or maybe we'll end up drafting another superstar quarterback, but let's get into it. So this is the roster we're starting with. We got Fitzpatrick, who unfortunately just went down with an injury. He's on medium-term IR. I think he's expected to be out like 6 weeks now. He had a hip injury. So we're not going to be playing Fitzpatrick. We're just going to be benching him and probably let him go at the end of the season. But Heineke is going to be the starter for the Washington football team, and he's actually lower rated than Kyle Allen, which I think is a little weird. But Heineke is currently 29 years old, or 28 years old, excuse me. So we might start him this year. We might not start him this year. Kyle Allen is only 25, so maybe we go with him because he's the higher overall. But just for realism purposes, I think we're going to go with Heineke and just try to get a good pick. Antonio Gibson, great player, only 23 years old. Let's see, they gave him 91 speed. He's a pretty good pass catcher and route runner out of the backfield too. I think he played receiver in college a little bit. We have Terry McLaurin, star of this offense, best player on this offense by far. I think he's honestly a little bit underrated in this game, but that's fine. I mean, he hasn't really had great quarterbacks throwing to him yet, so this is a guy that we're going to try to keep for pretty much his entire career if we can. Then we got Humphreys, who's actually pretty good. Good signing on our part. And we have oh my god, this guy. I'm sorry, the announcer guy, I've canceled so many recordings because this guy, this is the first time I'm actually opening this game, so this guy just keeps saying stuff, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to edit those out, but you're just gonna have to deal with that one. We have Dyami Brown, who's only 21 years old. He looks like he could be a good long-term option for us. He's similar build to McLaurin, a little bit slower, but can develop pretty nicely, it looks like, because he has star or better development. It's probably just going to be star, but we'll see. Offensive line, not bad. Obviously, Scherf is great. He's 29, so he might not fit into our Super Bowl timeline, but we're really liking him, at least for now. Chase Rourier, okay, 28 years old. We're probably going to need to replace most of these guys by the time we're actually contending for Super Bowls, because most of these guys are like late 20s at this point, and in Madden you start to regress at age 28, unless they change that this year. I'm pretty sure they didn't, but they usually change that. Logan Thomas, good player, 30 years old, great pass catcher. I'm surprised they gave him star development, actually. I think he's good, but that surprises me a little bit. A good surprise. This is where we shine, though. Look at this defense. This is what we are rocking with, and this just looks amazing. So we have Jammin Davis, who is our rookie middle linebacker. Super, super fast, super athletic player. 95 jumping, 90 speed. Just so good, so good. And how old is he? He is 22. We're going to try to keep this guy we're going to run this guy until the wheels fall off. He's going to be our feature middle linebacker. Chase Holcomb, really good player as well. A good 4-3 outside linebacker. He's a coverage backer, not much of a pass rusher. So he could play middle, could play outside linebacker. Is Jammin, what did they give his pass rushing abilities in this game? They gave him, oh, he's a middle linebacker. Not good. Okay, so he's not a pass rusher. He's definitely going to be either a 4-3 outside or a middle linebacker. Bostic, he's okay. He's good for this year. We're probably going to look to replace him soon. But this defensive line, we got Chase Young, we got Jared Allen, we got Daron Payne, we got Montez Sweat, and we got Matthew Ioannidis. We have just an overloaded defensive line. And the thing is, all of these guys are really young. Like, I think the oldest guy is Matthew Ioannidis, and he's not even in the starting lineup. All of them are 27 or younger. Montez Sweat is 24, and just look at that speed. 91 speed as a defensive end. 6'6", 260, just unbelievable athlete. And then Chase Young, defensive player of the year last season. people are saying he's going to be in contention for defensive rookie of the year last season. People saying he's going to be in contention for defensive player of the year this season. Just an amazing player. So excited we got him last year in the draft. Kendall Fuller, great cornerback. Really just a solid cornerback. We like him a lot. Cameron Curl is pretty good. He's only 22 years old. He's not the fastest player, which is not... I like fast players. So Cameron Curl, he's really young, so he's probably going to stay on the team for a while because we probably won't be drafting heavy on defense unless we're drafting an outside linebacker. Landon Collins, he's okay. We paid a lot for him in free agency. I think we did. Let's see. What is his contract, actually? Let's find out his contract. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We paid a lot for this man in free agency. So for the money we're paying for him, honestly not worth it. But the cap hit we'd have to take to get rid of him probably isn't worth it either. So we're probably just going to keep him for at least 2 years. And just, keep him till he regresses and then try to float him. William Jackson, really good cornerback. Picked him up in free agency, just solid cornerback. So we have our defense is really set right now. The only thing we probably want to replace is Landon Collins and John Bostic, excuse me. But yeah, we have a solid defense. How old is Holcomb again? He's only 25, yeah. And the thing is, Holcomb is also sneaky athletic. I don't know. I know people that play Madden know this, but 87 speed, that's really good. It's really good for a linebacker, so... Great coverage linebackers, and we have an insane defensive line. I don't even know what we do with Matthew Ioannidis. I don't know if the last defensive lineman really plays. I'm probably just going to put him as backup everything, backup defensive ends, defensive tackle, and all that stuff. So, how fast is he? 70? Maybe we'll put Jared Allen as backup defensive ends. Well, we'll figure that out. But we have really good defense. Kind of suspect offense. We want to replace a lot of stuff on offense. We want to replace 2 positions on defense. So that's what we're looking for. Probably going to be a draft heavy focused rebuild. Not going to be doing a 1 year, one and done type rebuild. So yeah, we're going to be looking to do that. Our special teams, all that's good. I don't even think you ever change that stuff. The specialists though. So we have Chase Young and Jonathan Allen. Oh, rush DT. And then Chase Young and Montez Sweat coming off the edges. Ioannidis and Allen as rush DTs. So we want Jammin Davis to be our... Oh, oops. I forgot how to do that. Gotta hold it down. We want Jammin Davis to be our sub linebacker just because he is... He's our linebacker of the future. Holcomb's good, but he's normal development. 74 overall at 25 years old. He's athletic, but... in Madden terms, just you could look to replace him. He's obviously not top of the list in terms of replacement, but you could look to replace him. Slot corner, Bobby McCain. He's okay. We could use a better slot cornerback. I mean, he's the highest rated, so we'll leave him there. As for slot receiver, we want Humphreys, and then Cam Sims is 6'5", which is nice. He's 25 years old. I think we want to try to get Brown a little bit more involved. Yeah, we're probably going to put Brown up here just because he has a better development trait. He's 3 years younger. It's just better long term because we're not going to be a contender this year. At least I don't think. I don't think so. Maybe Madden Sim does us some favors, but I don't think we will. So let's get into the season and see. Are we going to make any year 1 trades though? I think the only potential year 1 trade would be Landon Collins, but his cap hit would be so crazy that I don't think we would. Let's look what his cap hit would be. Cap hit is 17 million if we trade him, so it's just not really worth it yet. Maybe we make a trade during the draft with him. Fitzpatrick is just going to be benched. He's just going to be bottom of the depth chart for now, and Heineke's going to start just because of real life. Yeah, so I don't think we're making really any moves right now. What did we sign Adam Humphreys to? I've spent almost 10 minutes just looking at these guys, I know, but... Oh, really cheap. Okay. So, yeah. I think we're just going to simulate this first year, see what happens, and then start to make some moves after the first year. Hopefully we get a good pick in the draft and we can snag some really good players, maybe move down because we don't need Well, we'll see what's in the draft, too. We'll see what's in the draft. Let's go and see what happens. We are playing with injuries on, by the way. I know a lot of people don't play with injuries on, but I'm going to try injuries on and see what happens. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention. My Jordan Fuller, this guy that I'm hovering on right now, this is actually my cousin in real life, and I want him on my team. I'm going to pretty much have Jordan Fuller on almost every rebuild that I do. He's very similar to Cameron Curl in Madden terms. I think he's probably a little bit more of a tackling safety than a coverage safety. I think him and Cameron Curl are pretty similar. He's a little bit older than Cameron Curl just by 1 year. By the way, his face looks nothing like this. They didn't face scan him. But I'm going to try to trade for Jordan Fuller, see if I can get him real quick. Let's see. This would be the first trade. Oh, wait. Who's this guy? Bobby McCain? Let's see if we can just, how will we... I would love to trade Landon Collins for him. The problem is, Jordan Fuller's kind of underrated in this game. Like, they disrespected him. He's a team captain on the Rams right now. He led the team in tackles first week of the season, like, this past game, and they won. Like, Jordan Fuller is really good, but they only give him a 73 with star development. Like, he should be, I think he should be around an 80, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep his overall. Don't worry about it. I'm going to keep him as is, but I'm just going to trade, I think, Bobby McCain for him. Let's see. Will they take this straight up? Yes. Okay. Easy trade. First trade of the video. Just wanted to get Jordan Fuller on my team. Probably going to bench Landon Collins for him, honestly. Like, I'm just gonna bench Landon Collins. I'm just waiting for his contract to run out. I want to develop my younger players, and he's not in the timeline, so he's just gonna get benched. Okay, actually changed my mind. We're not benching Landon Collins. So what we're going to do is we're going to put Jordan Fuller as a slot cornerback for this season, and we're going to keep him as a slot cornerback until he either surpasses Landon Collins or Landon Collins is able to get rid of without a huge cap penalty. So that's the plan. We're taking Landon and putting him back in the starting lineup, and Jordan Fuller is now our slot cornerback. I have to change this in the actual thing because it won't let me just move him from there. But yeah, Jordan Fuller is now going to be our third cornerback and our slot cornerback, and then Landon's going to be our starting safety, and Cameron's going to be our starting free safety. Oh, and I actually put Ioannidis as a backup defensive end on both sides and backup defensive tackle. So, and we have Tim Settle. Like, we have so many defensive linemen on this team. But yeah, Ioannidis is the backup everything. So realistically, I think all of them should get, well, Ioannidis won't get equal, but Ioannidis should probably get like around 50% of the snaps that the other defensive linemen get, I think, with this setup, but we'll see. And it depends on injuries and stuff. We'll see what injuries do too. Where is our playbook? Oh, team schemes. There it is. Okay. Vertical power run. Is there a better scheme fit? Vertical zone run. There we go. Why would we... Okay, yes. Vertical zone run, not vertical power. And then base 3-4. Let's see. Or base 4-3, not 3-4. I think base 3-4. Oh, Tampa 2 works too. Base 3-4 works. 4-3 under. I think that's fine. Base 3-4 is probably the best. And then we'll try Washington playbooks this year and just see how it works. I'm hearing that like the Ravens playbook is really good, but we'll see how Washington's playbook works. So we're jumping ahead to the midseason now, and we're gonna see where this lands us. So let's look first. Let's look at the, oh, what was that? The injury report. Let's see how many injuries we have after 6 weeks. It looks like Humphreys. Humphreys is our only added injury. We've only had people recover other than Humphreys. So the injuries aren't crazy in this game, it looks like. But we're now down to pretty much one receiver. So I think I also didn't move Mclaren to slot, so I'm going to do that real quick, because I just want McLaurin to get pretty much everything. I want him to progress as much as possible so that once we are a contender, he is kind of amazing. I don't know if you guys could hear that. My girlfriend is texting me. But, yeah. Oh, breakout player message. So let's see. Who has a breakout message? Okay, who is this? Diami Brown. Wait. Diami Brown. Hold on. And that said 3? So would he's upgrading to superstar potentially? Okay, that's that's not gonna happen. But good to know that Diami Brown is going off like that. Let me do what I can to try to get him this, and we'll simulate 1 week and see if he gets it or not. Just for this week, I'm gonna put Diami as all these positions. I'm gonna put him as slot and second receiver, see if he completes that goal by any chance. But halfway through the season, we are... Where are we? Where does this show our schedule? I don't know where it shows that on the regular screen. I'm probably just not looking at it, but I'm sure it shows it somewhere. Looks like we are... What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're 3 and 4. Okay. So we had a little winning streak here. And 41 to 55. Wait, let's see what this game was. Oh my gosh. It's the Chiefs. They don't really play defense, I guess. Heineke with 4 touchdowns. Mahomes with 6. Tyreek with 162 receiving yards. Diami Brown. Oh, okay. This is why Diami might be upgrading. 10 catches for 153. My lord. Gibson with 7 for 110. Where's McLaurin? 3 for 25. What the? Do the Redskins have a heavy running back receiving playbook? Maybe they do. Let's see. We'll have to check Gibson's stats at the end of the season. Chase Young with the sack, great, and 2 tackles for loss. That's awesome. All right, well, that makes sense why Diami. That wasn't even last week though. I don't get it, but Diami is. He could potentially upgrade. I don't think he will, but he has the option to this week. We're not doing very well. I'm kind of hoping we continue to not do so well. Let me upgrade. Diami definitely has an upgrade after that game. Where is Diami? Oh, Jordan Fuller. Gotta upgrade my cousin. Let's go, Jordan. Get it. I guess let's do run support. Let's just give him scheme fit. Have him upgrade a little bit quicker. He got zone coverage too. It's fine. Where? Left tackle. There's no way Diami doesn't have upgrade points, right? Like, he has to. I'm sorry, that's my girlfriend calling me. I will be answering that in a second. But right now, we're on a mission. Yes, there he is. 2 upgrade points for Diami Brown. And he got... Oh, agility. Okay. And he got a speed upgrade in there, too. Okay. Diami's looking really good. Oh my god, so many upgrades. Alright, I think I'm going to manually upgrade the players that I really care about. Like Chase Young, Terry McLaurin, Deron Payne, those type of players, I'm going to manually upgrade them. Everyone else, I'm just going to do the regular upgrade on. Alright, I'm sorry I was saying Diami. It's Diami Brown. He's going to complete his potential breakout game after this week, but for right now, we're going to look at players we can negotiate with. I think Chase Young might be in his contract year. No, he isn't. Okay. Looks like we don't have too many players to worry about. Scherf. If this Madden is like previous Maddens, good offensive linemen are like the most valuable thing in this game. Like, it's impossible. In previous Maddens, it was impossible to upgrade an offensive lineman's development trait. So a superstar offensive lineman is just like one of the most valuable things in this game that you can have. So I want to re-sign Brandon Scherf for sure. I think I want him. This would give me him till he's 32. Let's sign him. Yeah, that contract sounds good. Let's see if he'll take that. I'll up it a little bit so he has more incentive to accept. Just make it a nice even 9 and 5, and nice. We got Brandon Scherf back. Okay. Charles Leno Jr., what is he looking for? 79 overall, 29 years old. 6'3" left tackle. I don't think I can pay this guy $10 million a year. I just don't think that's worth it, unfortunately. I'm going to let him walk. Fitzpatrick, we're going to let walk. We already committed to that. McKissick is 28. He's a pretty good second running back. And worst case scenario, we could use him as a trade piece. So I think I want to try to re-sign him. Let's throw him a 2-year contract, see if he accepts that. Okay, he wants a longer contract. Tim Settle is... he's not as cheap as I'd like someone his level to be. We'll revisit that later. Humphreys, I don't think we're bringing Humphreys back. He's just a 75 overall with normal development at 28 years old. He's not fast either. I just don't think we're bringing Humphreys back, especially when we have Dyami Brown playing like he is. Dustin Hopkins, we're gonna look for a new kicker. Bostic, no. Sims is a maybe, but most of these other players look like just no's. I don't think we're gonna bring back any of these guys. So we got back the main one that we were looking for, and now we're gonna see if Dyami Brown can make this next week happen. Let's simulate 1 week and see what he has to say. And message from Breakout player. We got probably no, right? Oh, wait a second. What? Hold on. Oh my God, it worked. Dyami Brown just got superstar. That is big. That is huge. Okay, Humphreys is not coming back. We are in there now. Hold on a second. What did he just do? I'm pretty sure he needed to score like 3 touchdowns to get that. We're about to look at this. What did he just... 34-0. My God. Okay, hold on. What happened here? Heineke only threw 2 touchdowns. Huh? He caught 3 passes for 20 yards. What? That was Dyami Brown, right? That was a... Is he our kick returner or something? What? What happened? I mean, we had a shutout though, so let's look at our defensive stats. But how did that just happen? We had 2 sacks in a shutout. No interceptions. 2 tackles for loss. Okay, but what just happened? How did Dyami Brown get that upgrade? With 3 catches for 20 yards. He just got a superstar upgrade? Let me make sure that actually happened. And that I wasn't somehow seeing the wrong player. What? Someone's got to explain that to me. I don't know what just happened, but I am not complaining. Dyami Brown is now a superstar receiver at, what is he, 22 years old, or is he 21? 21-year-old superstar receiver to pair up with Terry McLaurin. I am super happy about that. We don't really need to draft a receiver for a long time now. Let's put Humphreys up. What's going on here? Humphreys ahead of Milne. Wait, what? Oh, Humphreys is injured. Oops. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, but we are all aboard the Dyami Brown hype train. Okay, we have a 2-headed monster now. All right, I'm going to keep simulating, and I'm going to do the scouting in between, so I'm not simulating straight to the end, but I will catch up with you guys at the end of the season. It's the end of the season. We ended up 7-10. Kind of about where I expected. I didn't expect us to be good. I didn't expect us to be bad. But yeah, we were not good, and we were not terrible. I guess we were a little worse than I expected. I was expecting like an 8-9 or something. So let's look at the stats. We have Taylor Heineke threw for 4,900 yards. Excuse me. 34 touchdowns and 18 interceptions. 4,900 yards. That's a lot of yards. Gibson ran for 1,100, 7 touchdowns. McKissick had 8 touchdowns as a sub running back. Not very many fumbles. Pretty good. Terry McLaurin ended up with 1,200 yards on 92 catches, 5 touchdowns. Pretty good. Logan Thomas Actually, a very good season for him, but he's probably not going to be around much longer. Humphreys played really well. Where is Diami? Huh. He had a way higher average catch than Diami did. That's interesting. Wonder why that was. Because Diami's faster and taller. I don't know why that happened. Blocking, those stats never matter. Jammin Davis led our team in tackles and solo tackles, I'm pretty sure. Montez Sweat with 15 tackles for loss. Chase Young with 14 tackles for loss and 10 sacks. Deron Payne with 8. Jonathan Allen with 6.5. And Ioannidis. Okay, let's look at the snaps played. Let's see how he did. He played... Okay, yeah, he played about... Wow, Deron Payne? What? He played about as many as Deron Payne. What's my scheme? I need to double check this. I'm running a 4-3. Why is my... Huh. Maybe Deron got injured. Deron probably got injured or something. Okay. Well, good years from Sweat and Chase. See if they had any forced fumbles. None. Forced fumbles are so... Oh. Maybe they're not as rare as before in this game. Wait, Landon Collins. Whoa. 3 forced fumbles, 2 fumbles recovered, 5 interceptions, 110 tackles. He might be in talks for defensive back of the year. We'll have to check the awards. Kicking, 90% for Hopkins. That's pretty good. Punting, who cares about that? No return touchdowns, and that's it. So we'll see the awards for the year. That's weekly. We got... So he was not in there, even though he threw 4,900 yards. I'm going to need to see if he was a league leader in that instance. Coach of the year, Zach Taylor with the Bengals. Patrick Mahomes is MVP. Oh, wait, those are the only 2 awards. So let's go to NFC. Jameis Winston won Offensive Player of the Year. Is that a forecast after his 5-touchdown week? That's not that far off. Tom Brady was second. No one from the football team. Khalil Mack won Defensive Player in the NFC. No football team players. Justin Fields, Offensive Rookie. Deami Brown was in there. That's good. No other football team players. Jammin Davis was really close to Defensive Rookie. That would have been great for him. It probably would have guaranteed him a dev trade upgrade, but nothing else there. Hopefully he gets it anyway. He was actually 9th in the NFC, which is... not an accomplishment, because that'd be like, if it averages out, that'd be like 18th in the NFL. That's not even top, well, I guess that is, no, it's not top 50%. 8th best running back in the NFC, yeah. Wow, really? Really? He wasn't even on there. I guess he only had 5 touchdowns. I was looking for Terry McLaurin. Best O-lineman, no one on the football team. Bunch of Buccaneers and Cowboys. Best D-lineman, Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt, D Ford, too. Huh, interesting. Montez Sweat, he was 5th. And then Chase Young was 7th. No football team. Obviously, Khalil, he won Defensive Player. And then, oh, Landon Collins, he was 2nd. Okay. So Landon Collins had a really good season. Like, I was talking about replacing him. He played amazing this year. So he might make it another year on this team. Youngway, I like that. And that's kind of it. That's it for awards. Now I want to see, that's career stats, my bad. I want to see where Heineke ranked in the overall NFL in terms of passing yards, because 4,900 seems like a lot. Okay, yeah, he was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th in the NFL in passing yards total, and he was probably not even close in touchdowns. It looks like he was top 10. He actually played very well considering he's a 61 overall, like, or 63 overall now with the skill point. Let's give him strong arm. Still 63, or 62 technically, because he has more about morale boost. But yeah, for his overall, he played really, really well, actually. If we had played Fitzpatrick, I think we probably would have made the playoffs. But yeah, that's the end of the year's stats. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl, and I'll be back. So here's the 2020 season recap. The Cowboys actually won the Super Bowl, beat the Ravens. Mahomes MVP, Taylor Coach of the Year, Mahomes Offensive Player of the Year, Khalil Defensive Player, Justin Fields Rookie, and Owusu Koromoa as Defensive Rookie. So, Dallas wins their 6th Super Bowl. Zeke wins Super Bowl MVP, which, if the season goes like the first week has in the real NFL, probably not going to happen, but we'll see. At least not for Zeke winning MVP. Dak is amazing. That dude might make the playoffs. Even though I'm a football team fan, got to give props to Dak. That dude is amazing. We're going to advance to the offseason. All right, so now we're back to player negotiations, and J.D. McKissick. I like to wait until this time to see, to negotiate with players that are nearing the 28-year-old range, because if you look at him now, oh, he actually is asking for more money than he was before, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're just going to let him go to free agency. We can probably get him back in free agency if we really need to. Let's see what he wants. He wants a little more money as well, but he is young, so that makes sense. I'm not getting him back. Cam Sims, maybe. I can get him back in free agency if I really need to. Darryl Roberts, no. Okay. I think, actually, let's see. Are there any linemen in here? Any young linemen? No young linemen. There is Kyle Allen, who I think could be a good backup for someone else, but not for us at that price. Is he still 10 mil? He's still 10 mil. Okay, we're not getting him. We're not. Oh, Fitzpatrick's actually pretty cheap, but he regressed heavily. He dropped from a 76 to a 70. So we really don't want Fitzpatrick back, even though he'd be the best quarterback we have right now, technically. But we're going to look to draft a different quarterback. There are a couple ones in the draft that I was eyeing, so I think we're going to have a good chance to get one of them. But we're not bringing back anyone for our expired contracts. Let's advance and see what we have next. All right, so free agency. We've got a lot of money. Davante Adams is here. We don't need him that badly, and he is by far the best player in free agency. Like, no one else is even close. Okay. We don't need JC. We don't need Calais. Calais is 6'8". He's so big. Don't need him. Don't need him. Don't need him. Youngway. I would sign Youngway. If he'll sign to our team, I'm not going to sign him for that. I always sign kickers for pretty low, honestly. If I could sign Youngway for solid, like 800, 700 on a 4-year deal, if I could sign him for that, I'd be very happy. Let's see. That's a very low ball offer, but if this is like the last Madden, people don't offer kickers anyway. So we're looking. This is a superstar linebacker, 26 years old, and we do need a linebacker. Would not be the worst signing. Let's see, what is he? Is he a coverage linebacker? He is a coverage linebacker. He fits our scheme. Superstar development. Pretty young. 92 jumping. How these linebackers can jump so high? It's 6'4", 258. He's a little expensive though, so we'll come back to Leighton Vander Esch and we might get him, but we're looking for looking to see what else is available right now. Malik Hooker, he's one of the youngest free agents as well. He fits the need. We might need to offer him. I don't really see anyone else that is looking too enticing. I might want this guy, honestly. J.K. Scott. If I can sign him for, like, nothing, then I'd be really happy. I mean, he's a punter. No one offers punters. Let's see if we can... I'm going to try to really, like, low ball this guy. Oh, 0 points. Okay, he will not sign with me. Okay. Let's lower the years, maybe. Wow, he is not interested in my team at all. What the? Why? Is it because of the signing bonus? Huh. Okay. Whatever. I don't understand why that happened, but I've never seen a 0. You couldn't get a 0 points offer on the last Madden, so that's new. I guess it'll show you that players literally will not sign with you if you lowball them to a certain extent, which is nice because there would be times that a player would have no other offers and still wouldn't accept yours. Now you know that when that'll happen, I guess. It looks like we're going to go back and probably just try to sign... Ooh, Chris Barnes. Wait. Chris Barnes is very good. He's more of a run stopper, though, I think. Van Der Esch is like more of a pass coverage guy. Chris Barnes is younger. Worst development traits. Let's go for Van Der Esch. I'm going to go back and try to pick up Van Der Esch, see what we can do with him. He wants a 5-year deal. That's actually not the worst contract for someone of his caliber. We're going to up it a little bit and see where we are in the offer list. We are top right now, so we have a good chance to get him. All right, let's simulate a couple of weeks or a couple of days and see what happens. All right, so we got Younghoe Koo and Leighton Van Der Esch, two really good signings. Younghoe is going to be a kicker for the next 7 years on my team. I think I signed him to a 7-year deal. Van Der Esch is going to be my linebacker for the next 4 years, I think. Great coverage linebacker, pretty fast, superstar development, huge signing in Van Der Esch because we really needed a linebacker. I threw out some garbage offers to some free agents, like some backup young linemen and a couple of other random players. We'll see how garbage offers do in this game. In last Madden, you could get people with garbage offers like you can in the NFL. Sometimes you can lowball people that just don't have a lot of demand for them and get really good players. But we're going to see how it does in this Madden. So we'll come back at the end of free agency to find out. All right, so we got a couple other people. We got, who is this? Oh, we did not get Isaiah Wilson. I really was hoping we could get him, but we didn't. He was a young lineman I was trying to sign. I actually did not garbage offer him. I gave him a good offer. He just didn't accept it. Kyle Trask is our insurance policy quarterback. If we cannot get the quarterback that I'm eyeing in the draft, Kyle Trask will be our starter next season. He's just younger than the other two options we have, and he's actually, I think he's a higher overall than both of them too. Well, Kyle Allen isn't on our team anymore. Kyle Trask was 1 overall higher than Kyle Allen anyway, though. So we got Kyle Trask. We lost Isaiah Wilson. And we lose Sony Michel. I threw Sony Michel a garbage offer, and someone probably just gave him something okay. And then we got J.K. Scott, which is great, because I think I signed him to a 7-year deal, and he's getting paid like $550K a year with like a $300K signing bonus. Like, really good offer. $400K. We upped it from the 0. But, yeah, really good offer on him. Don't need to worry about a punter or a kicker pretty much for this entire rebuild now. And Sony Michel didn't come, so we're probably going to try to get a running back in this draft. All right, so now we've got our first draft. So in this draft, we're trying to obviously get a quarterback. Quarterback is our biggest need right now, clearly. I mean, right now our starting quarterback is projected to be Kyle Trask. So, oh, wait, we have Tressway. We didn't need a punter, did we? Hold on. Let me see this. Tressway is better than J.K. Scott, so there was literally no reason to sign J.K. Scott. I guess Tressway's older. Yeah, J.K. Scott's like 25 or something. Let's see. Maybe it was a good thing. I mean, it takes up a... Oh, he's getting paid a lot, too. Whatever. We'll keep... we don't want Tressway. We might cut Tressway, actually. Okay, but we have Kyle Trask. Gibson is up to an 85. Diami got that superstar upgrade. Curtis Samuel is going to be back next season. So our receiving core is looking really, really good right now. Even if we are stuck with Kyle Trask, I think we'll actually be better than last season. Our offensive line took a hit. We lost, I'm pretty sure both tackles. Maybe just one of them. And we did not get a replacement, and it doesn't look like there's going to be one in the draft. So we could use a tackle, we could use an outside linebacker, but honestly, our defense looks pretty good. We really don't need anything defensively, because even Chase Holcomb is going to be a good outside linebacker. He upgraded to star development. Like, we don't really need anything on defense right now. But if we can get a better linebacker or a better safety, we will take one. But really, we're looking for offensive line, quarterback, running back. Those are the main positions we're looking for right now. And let's see who is going to go in this draft. 73 overall. That's not very good. I have the 7th pick. Oh, what just happened? Oh, oops. Okay. Let's go to the next pick.
And now we turn to the Jets.
Okay. 77 overall quarterback. That looks pretty good. 78 overall quarterback. That's better. 73 over quarterback. That's bad.
Now we turn to the Eagles. They're on the clock. The football team now on
Andrew
the clock.
Cooper. Okay. So it looks like our quarterback is going to be there. Let's see. Can we trade down? I don't think we can trade down for him. He is supposed to be the next quarterback taken, so that could be literally in a second. Let's see, when is he supposed to be? Okay, he's supposed to be... He's supposed to be the... Oh, the 25th player left. There's supposed to be 25 players taken before him. I might be able to trade down on this one. And with Kyle Trask, I'm honestly not feeling that urgent. I'm going to try to trade down. Let's see if we can get, like, the 12th pick and something else. Okay, so there are only two teams giving us picks this year. The Jets or the Raiders. I think I'm probably going to go with the Raiders. I think 2/4 is better than a third and a fourth. Actually, no. I think this is better. I want to try to draft him as late as I can, too. Because the later you draft a player, the less you have to pay him. So, let's hope he doesn't go. I don't think he will. Now, they shouldn't draft him because they have Derek Carr. Okay, perfect. So, we are about to draft our highest rated player in Dallas Dockery. Let's see how good he is. He is a normal dev, 75 overall player. Normal dev kind of sucks. He's a good quarterback. Not great, but he's 21. He's super young, so he has a lot of time to improve. He can definitely up his dev trait, but with all the quarterbacks in this draft, it's going to be tough for him to win Rookie of the Year. I guess we'll see. We'll see how good he is. I'll see you at the next pick. All right, so we've got our second round pick here. Let's see who's available. Someone just picked a running back who's not very good, it looks like. And Grant Phelps, excuse me, is still here. He is very, very good. 21 years old. He's tempting to think about, but Jerry Wright is also a tempting player. So here we're probably looking at Grant Phelps. We might be looking at Drew Love, though. Drew Love is 21 years old. Well, no, he's projected to be late 5th. We're not drafting him right now. Not a chance we're drafting him right now. Okay, let's go back to the overall draft and see who is available. That is still a first-round grade. Oh, there's a left tackle. Steve McLean might be the pick, actually. Supposed to be a mid-second rounder, so I'm guessing he would probably be around a 70-ish overall. He's supposed to go late second round in the draft. Grant Phelps will not be there at my next pick. I am 100% sure of that. I could try to shore up my line, or I could pick up a linebacker who would replace Holcomb, but not be that much of an upgrade. But he could be a long-term solution. This guy might even be there next round, honestly. I might be able to draft him next round. I'm not really worried about him. Jerry Wright will probably be there next round too, actually. So I think I might draft the tackle. I have to draft this tackle. I need offensive lineman. That hold A to reorder glitch. It's still in this game. How is that still in the game? Oh, that was close. Wait, how do I reorder? Oh, that's scouted. Okay, let me go to draft board and do this. There we go. I don't know why that glitch is still in the game. That's very frustrating that they didn't fix that. Like, it's so simple. Okay, Steve McLean. He's the pick. Ooh, let's go. Hidden development offensive lineman, 72 overall. That, it says I reached, but I am extremely happy with that pick. Hidden development linemen are just so rare. He has good strength. He's big. Is he fast too? He's pretty fast. Really happy with that pick. Huge pick. Very, very happy with that. I made the right choice. All right, let's go to the next pick and see what we can get. All right, we've got our next pick, and I think we might still be able to get that linebacker. Oh, no, we can get the tight end, but we can't get the linebacker. So I'm thinking we probably draft Jerry Wright and then Drew Lowe back-to-back rounds. We still could get Stephen Devine. Stephen Devine's a late first-rounder, power back. Sergio Dockett. This guy might be able to play linebacker for us if we need him to. I don't think I want Stephen Devine. Do I? I don't really need any of these players. And I don't think Jerry Wright is so good that we need to pick him here. So I could pick up Stephen Devine and have a good backup. And then for another tight end, I could always pick up Gabe Humphrey. I think that's what I'm going to do. Jerry Wright might be there next round, so we're going to draft Stephen Devine. And then next round, we're going to draft Drew Lowe, and we're just going to pass on Jerry Wright, actually. And then we might pick up Gabe Humphrey if we can get him in the 5th round. I don't think he'll be there, though. I think we're going to try to trade around, actually. We're going to try to trade around. Yeah, we're definitely going to try to trade around here. We are going to draft Stephen Devine right now because he is a 22-year-old running back, and we need a running back. So we're going to draft Stephen Devine. Ooh, another star better development. Let's go. Very surprised to see that, actually. He's not very fast. Very, very strong. Not a good pass catcher, but he'll be a great goal line back for us. That's a good pick. I'm happy with that. Star better development. Maybe it's not as rare in this Madden, though, so we'll see. But 74 overall in the 3rd round is very good value, so we'll see what we get in the next round. Let's see, who's left? We have Drew Lowe, who I think I'm just going to draft Drew Lowe. Gabe Humphrey is still there. He's projected to be an early 5th rounder, so what I could do is trade for the 4th. I could trade for the next pick in the draft. I'm going to draft Drew Lowe right here. He's 21 years old, just going to pick him up. Not star or better, but still a very good player. I'm happy with that. He'll probably start year 1. So we have 2 good starting linemen now after we lost really just 1 good starting lineman. We replaced 1. So now we're going to try to trade. Let's make a trade. Yeah, let's try to trade Heineke. I think they'll probably accept this, right? Yep, okay.
We'll have the details in a moment.
Heineke actually had a really good season last year, so it doesn't make sense. But let's draft the next guy on our board, which is Gabe Humphrey. 21-year-old tight end, super fast. We're going to see how good he is. Oh, okay. Great pick. 85 speed, star better development, 73 overall. 40th overall, took him at 104th. Actually, not that bad of a blocker either. Really good pick. Very, very happy with that. We're going to have him behind Logan Thomas for the first year, and then we're going to see what happens. So here we are after we simulated the rest of the draft. We have we're sorting from the best players in the draft. Looks like Jack Bolden was the best player in the draft, and he is hidden. Deion Dixon, second best player, he's also hidden. Carl Windmer, speedy receiver. Wait, he's 6'3" and 95 speed. Okay, this guy was probably the best player in the draft. Let's look at him. Oh yeah, this guy is the best player in the draft. This guy's going to be really, really good. But this draft didn't look that strong, honestly, so I'm not too upset that we traded down. See, Ed Bradley. He wasn't even star better. Here's Phelps, who we're thinking of taking. Normal development. I think we scouted this guy. He's normal dev as well. So it looks like we actually did pretty good with the development traits. I don't think... Did we draft a running back? I don't even remember if we drafted a running back anymore. Our player is here, and he's normal dev. Let's see who else we got. So we had a good draft. We did get Devine. That's who we got, and he's star or better. So we definitely had a good draft. We had 1, 2, 3 star or better players, and then they just drafted us these 2 random guys who I'm probably going to cut. I don't see. I probably should have just traded away these picks. I shouldn't have even taken them. But the draft class overall didn't look that strong. I think we got about as good as we could have out of this draft. So we just clicked Hall of Fame induction. And okay.
When DeMarcus Ware was selected 11th overall in the 2005 NFL Draft, he became the first Troy University player to ever be chosen in the opening round. Now, 17 years later, he's the first Trojan to be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. His 138.5 sacks ranked 9th all-time in NFL history. And his 9 Pro Bowl selections are tied with fellow legends like Walter Payton, Ed Reed, Derek Thomas, and John Elway. Now, DeMarcus joins them in the Hall of Fame.
That's pretty cool. Wait, what? Just from watching that, you get this? I guess watch the Hall of Fame induction, guys. That's interesting. Does that count for preseason weeks too? That doesn't. Maybe that's not that good. That would only be the first 2 games of the regular season. Well, we're in the next week, and this is what our lineup is looking like. Or next season, excuse me. This is what our lineup's looking like. So we have Rourier is going to switch to tackle, probably. Yeah, we're going to switch Rourier to tackle. And then Lowe is going to move up to the starting center position. We're going to do that right now. Switch him to tackle. This game is definitely a little slower than Madden 21 was, unfortunately. I mean, I know it's always like that. Hopefully it gets optimized throughout the season, but it just loads a little bit slower on things. So we have actually a pretty good offensive line now. I think it's better than last season. Mclaren and Lowe are big pieces. I think Mclaren is going to be here for pretty much his entire career, hopefully. Really happy about this pick. And then our receiving core looks really good after getting Curtis Samuel back, and with Dyami Brown moving up to superstar. Humphrey is going to be our starting fullback because I don't think we have another one. And he's just a good player. Dockery is currently our starting quarterback. Trask is our backup in case. We have Devine, who's going to be our goal line back, and Gibson, who is a very, very good starting back now. And then, as you can see, Holcomb did move to star development, which makes him actually pretty good. Our linebacking core is not bad anymore. Landon Collins did not regress and had a great season last year, so we're going to try to get him starting still. We're going to leave him in. And then Jordan Fuller. I think what I'm going to do is maybe, let's see, maybe we move Cameron Curl to cornerback and we move Jordan Fuller to starting safety. And we move Cameron Curl to our third cornerback. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then our defensive line is obviously so good. Montez Sweat up to superstar. Everyone else is star or superstar. Like, our defensive line is so goated. And yeah, specialists are unchanged. Jordan Fuller is going to be replaced with Cameron Curl, and Jordan Fuller is going to move to the starting safety role. That's the only difference. I think Jammin is still going to be above Van Der Esch. I like Jammin more. Van Der Esch is obviously extremely good. I'm really happy we got him, but Jammin is my guy. I'm a WFT fan. I hope Jammin becomes a great middle linebacker. I'm hoping like Patrick Willis level great, but you know, that doesn't happen very often. We're going to put Devine in that power running back, actually, just so we can get the most use out of him. Gibson's already a great player. We don't really need him to be exerting himself like that. Dyami is currently slot. We might want to move Curtis there. I don't know why he's not on the depth chart at all for that position, but yeah, this is what our lineup's looking like right now. I actually think this might be a playoff team. The only thing that would hold us back is our offensive line. We have some inexperienced players in Mclaren and Lowe, but everything else is actually looking really good right now. So yeah, we're gonna We're going to simulate the preseason, and we will see what happens. All right, so we're at week 8. Our team is bad. Actually, a lot worse than I expected. We're 2-4. I don't know why, really, but let's see. Who can we sign back? Right now, Terry McLaurin, obviously, we want him back. Want him back as long as we can get him for. Let's try to get him for a nice... I think he'll sign that. Oh, this is a scary contract, but I'm going to sign him to it anyway. I want him for a long, long time. Oh, cool. Deal maker achievement. Nice. So we got Terry McLaurin back long term. Ashton Davis is... he's good, but... honestly, no, there's no but. He's just good. He's just really good, and I do want him, but... I'm starting Jordan. I'm gonna upgrade him in hybrid. Maybe he can play cornerback. Maybe he'll be my cornerback, actually, once Landon's gone. He's not expensive, but I need to focus on the players I actually need back first. So we have Deron Payne, Matthew Inez, Montez Sweat, Cole Holcomb. We don't want Flowers back. We don't want Schweitzer back. We honestly probably just want to release him right now. He has a really big cap hit against us, and I don't think he costs anything to get rid of. Like, if we release him, we gain 5 mil and we have a 1 mil penalty. Like, it might be worth it to just release him. But the question is, do we keep Ioannidis? He's going to start to regress, so if we do keep him, I'll probably just sign him at the end of the year. Montez Sweat, I definitely want to re-sign. He actually does not look that expensive. Huh. Montez Sweat is only going to run me around 7 mil a year. I'm going to sign him to a very, very long-term deal. Deron Payne is cheaper than I expected him to be as well. Yeah, 10 mil a year for a 25-year-old 90 overall player. Really a lot cheaper than I expected. I'm going to try to lock him down for this. Let's see if he accepts. Nice. Okay, we got Deron. Maybe we actually don't need to worry too much. We still have 31 mil left. We're going to be able to comfortably sign Montez. Holcomb, I don't think he's going to be worth that, unfortunately. We'll probably have to replace him. We got to replace Flowers for sure. Honestly, I'd like to just trade Flowers and Schweitzer for someone younger if possible. Maybe even trade Holcomb too. We can work on a deal. Let's try to put a deal together, actually. Let's see what we can do in terms of trades. I'll try to find a target, and then I'll update y'all with my attempts to get someone. So we found a target, Landon Dickerson. He is a very young star development left guard. Looks really good potential-wise. We have 2 left guards who are going to trade forward him, and we're going to see if we can... I don't think we can get this, but we're just going to try. Oh, salary cap. I'm going to try a 6th round pick first. I'm going to try to really finesse these guys. Let's see what they... I forgot. I need that player. Let's get the lowest overall player on their team, who is this guy here, and see what they have to say. Okay, so a 5th round pick should do it. And that will be a huge gain for us. Like, this, I guess this wouldn't be that weird to do in real life. 5th round picks are a little bit more valuable in the real NFL, but honestly, the age difference between these 2 guys alone doesn't make sense to accept in real life. But we're not real life right now. We're dealing with Madden. This is a Madden rebuild. And we are trying to make a team good right now. I think we can turn this season around, especially after the trade we just made. It really fortifies our offensive line. Both of our rookies have ranked up 1 overall. Scherf is still great. Rourier is still very good as well. And we'll be able to sign back Montez pretty easily. So it looks like... Wait, cut 1 player. Oh, because we had to take on a player in that trade. Okay, we want to cut that center that we just got, ideally. Yeah, Tecklenburg. I'm sorry, but you are just... Madden disrespected you, buddy. You do not have a good overall at all, and you are just... there's no way you get on the field on my team. So, here we go. Let's see if we can beat the Bears and move on with the season, turn it around, and get to the playoffs. I guaranteed 7 wins, so we got to get at least 7. There's no way we get less than 7, right? Alright, so I didn't get it on camera because I didn't expect it, but Scherf just retired mid-season. Brendan Scherf. So we lost our best offensive lineman, but I guess now we're negotiating with Sweat. He said our team wasn't doing good enough for him to want to play, so we just retired mid-season. I didn't know he could do that. Now we're negotiating with Montez Sweat. This is a disgustingly cheap contract for how good Montez Sweat is. As a 25-year-old superstar, 84 overall defensive end, I don't know why he's so cheap. He's under $7 million. I'm just going to sign him back for 7 years and lock him down forever. No idea why he was that cheap. Matthew Ioannidis is way more expensive. I missed the window to trade him. I probably should have traded him. I definitely should have traded him. Ashton Davis, I kind of do want him back. And now that Scherf is gone, I can kind of just sign him freely. So I'm just gonna try to sign him to this. See if I can get him for like that contract. Nice. Okay, so he can be a cornerback if we don't find another one. Worst case scenario. Ioannidis. I don't know what to do about Ioannidis. He's not really playing for us anyway. I really should have traded him, but I think the trade deadline has passed. Yes, it has. We are in an interesting situation. Wes Schweitzer, I also should have traded, but I don't think I could have got very much for him anyway. Ioannidis, I probably could have got like maybe a second-round pick for him, so I definitely should have traded him. But yeah, that's midway through the season. We lost another game, by the way. We're 2-5. Our team is terrible for some reason. I think maybe our quarterback isn't good. We'll see at the end of the year what the stats were and why our team is doing so garbage. But yeah, right now things are not looking good. Probably going to have a really good draft pick next year. Don't know what to draft. I don't know if we're just going to take another quarterback, maybe a running back, receiver. I don't know. Probably a lineman or something. Who knows? We'll figure it out. All right, so we finished year 2 at 5-12, dead last in the division. Probably going to get a better pick than last season. I believe we were 2-10 at one point, and then I switched my playbooks. I switched to the Kansas City offensive playbook and I switched to the Jacksonville Jaguars defensive playbook. The Jaguars were getting the highest combinations of turnovers and sacks, and the Kansas City playbook, I mean, I think it's kind of the best throwing playbook in the game. The Panthers playbook is the best running playbook in the game, but running back centric, I guess. And then the Chiefs playbook seems to be the best quarterback / receiver centric playbook in the game. So that's sort of what we did, and we went 3-2 at the last 5 games. So I guess it worked. Yeah, we're bad though. We're really bad. Brandon Scherf did retire midseason, as I think I said like 2 minutes ago. That just really shook me. So we need to get a new tackle, but let's look at the stats. Let's see what happened. So our team, Dallas Dockery, had a pretty good rookie season. I'd say that's a good rookie season. He had double TDs to interceptions. He threw too many interceptions. Yards were good. I think that's a pretty good rookie season. Gibson didn't play great. Devine didn't play great either. Our running game just wasn't very good. I think it really fell off after Scherf retired too. De'Ami Brown had led our team in receiving. Really good year for him. He's our slot receiver, but he's our third receiver on the depth chart. Terry McLaurin had a good year as well. He had an okay year. He averaged 62 yards a game and only had 900 receiving yards, so he sat out 2 games due to injury. I do have injuries on. Logan Thomas played pretty well, but this is going to be the last year that he starts. Now Gabe Humphrey is going to be starting in his place because Gabe Humphrey is someone I just drafted, and I think he's a little bit better. Curtis Samuel, really low yards per catch. Well, not really low, but kind of low yards per catch, especially for someone as fast as he is. just an okay season. Not great, not bad. Just an okay season. Offensive line, I assume, didn't do that well. Jammin Davis. Ooh, Jammin Davis. Whoa. Really good year from Jammin Davis. Chase Young had a really good year as well. Let's see who had forced fumbles. Leighton, Chase, Montez, Kendall. Anyone have any fumble recoveries? Only one fumble recovery. Interceptions. Kendall, Cameron, and Landon all had 3. Jordan had 1. Tackles for loss. Chase was 17. Montez was 16. Jammin with 13 tackles for losses and middle linebackers. Really good, actually. Ioannidis, I think he's actually he's our rush DT. Yeah, he played more than Deron Payne this year. He's our rush DT, but he's our 3rd DT on the regular depth chart. So I guess he gets more snaps than Deron Payne off that. We had Jonathan Allen with 11, Van Der Esch, and that's kind of the thing. Let's look at the team stats. We were 22nd in offense, and we were 11th in defense, which actually pretty good defense, surprisingly good defense. Let's see awards. Mahomes MVP. Coach of the year is Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer's coach of the year. Interesting. Okay. And then Brady, offensive player. Donald, defensive player. Wonder what he did. Still can't click on people in this screen. I don't know why you can't. Chase Young was pretty high up there. Number 6 in defensive player of the year, which I'm very happy about. Chandler Jones, who had a great game. First game of the year, he had 5 sacks in real life. Amazing first game. No Washington football team. Offensive rookie was Dallas Dockery, so he'll probably get a dev up. That will be huge for us. I don't think we want to replace him, especially if he gets a dev up, but that'll only put him to star. So if there is a superstar quarterback there, I'm not saying we wouldn't take him. Like we might take him. Stephen Devine was actually in there too. No defensive rookie of the year. I don't think we even had a defensive rookie playing. Tom Brady, best quarterback. Our guy was not in there. Best running back. None of our players. Christian Kirk won best wide receiver on a 4-13 Cardinals team. That's very odd. 2 Buccaneers players, makes sense. Brady won MVP. De'Ami Brown was actually really up there in receiver of the year, 6th in the NFC. I'm really happy about that. No WFT, especially with Scherf retiring. Chase Young was 4th in defensive lineman. Jammin was actually 9th. I thought he would be higher. Felt like he had a really good year. Well, Khalil obviously number 1, and then Chandler number 2. Okay, so the pass rushers are the ones that get the higher rankings. Buda Baker, coming off a free agency season, wins best defensive back. That is huge. Cameron Curl, he only had 3 interceptions. Must have been a down year for defensive backs, because that doesn't make any sense. Why would Cameron Curl be up there with 3 interceptions? And then kickers, we don't care about that. So I will see y'all at the Super Bowl week. All right, 2022 season recap. Kansas City Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes with MVP. Urban Meyer, Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Donald, Ed Bradley won Offensive Rookie of the Year. I guess in the overall league, but our guy won it in the NFC. Matt Swinney won it in the overall league. So that's the end of the year. Let's see the overall stats for just everyone. Patrick Mahomes throwing 5,700 yards and 49 touchdowns. Tom Brady right on his heels with 54 and 46. And then Sam Darnold with 43 and 42. Huh. Okay, Sam Darnold. Maybe the Rams or the Panthers playbook is it. If Sam Darnold is throwing for 4,342, I might have to swap. Derrick Henry, 1,600 yards. Ezekiel Elliott, 1,500. Nick Chubb, 1,500. A lot of big rushing years, it looks like. All of them with around 5. Plus, DeMario Fulcher. Great season on the Kansas City Chiefs. Huh. With Tyreek Hill, he did that. Keenan Allen led the league in receiving touchdowns. Who had the most sacks? Aaron Donald had 27.5. TJ Watt had 19. JJ Watt had 17. Had 34 years old. He had 17 sacks. Von Miller, Bradley Chubb, Myles Garrett, and Chase Young right there. Interceptions. Budda Baker had 6. And, okay. Looks like no one had a great interception year. And then forced fumbles. Jamal had 3 and 3. Really good season for Jamal Adams. And most tackles, 145. And there's Jammin. So I'm surprised he wasn't higher. I still think he should have been a little bit higher. I guess just no forced fumbles. So yeah, those are the league leaders. So now we have players ready to negotiate, and we have Ioannidis here. I'm just going to let him walk. He's too expensive. He doesn't play on my team, really. I mean, he did last year, but he's the oldest of my defensive linemen. I'd rather keep everyone else and let him go. So unfortunately, Ioannidis is going to go. Holcomb, he's 27. He's nearing the age where he's just not going to get better. I'm going to let him go too. Schweitzer is 100% not staying on the team. He didn't even play last season until Scherf retired. And these other two guys aren't coming back either. So all of these guys are going to walk, and we will move on to free agency. So Darius Smith is the best player. Kareem Hunt. Tom Brady is still in the league at 46 years old. There's Ioannidis with 8 offers, so he's going to go somewhere. Mecole Hardman, who I'm pretty sure is extremely fast. Yeah, 98 speed. I'm not getting him. I already have 3 really good receivers. Kyle Fuller, could match him with Kendall Fuller and Jordan Fuller. Have the triple Fuller secondary. That would be kind of nice. J.C. Treader, Darius Slayton. It doesn't look like there are any like guys that I'm really itching to sign. All right, I did not expect this. I lowballed J.C. Treader, and I got him. Okay, that actually shores up our offensive line pretty well. Let's see. How much did I sign him for? Oh, whoa. It looks like I signed him for 6.7, and he was asking for like 9. So that's a huge win right there. Lowballed J.C. Treader, got him. And we just shored up our offensive line pretty well. Our guy did not get star development after his rookie season, which I think is a little bit, it's weird. I really think he should have. He won NFC Offensive Player of the Year or Offensive Rookie of the Year. I just don't understand why he didn't get it. De'Ami Brown downgraded from Superstar. What? He played so well. He had 1,100 yards, and he downgraded from Superstar. Okay. The dev traits in this game are a little sus. I will admit that. I'm pretty sure... Let me see this. Okay. No, I thought he got Superstar at some point. Okay. Very interesting. I'm not sure why some of the things that happened just then. Chase Young is Superstar X Factor finally. Kendall Fuller is back up to Superstar. Jammin Davis is up to Superstar, which is huge. I lost my other linebacker, so I need to fill that position. Vander Esch is actually down from Superstar. Did he have a bad season? No. He had a much better season than this year, but he's still downgraded. I don't know why. The upgrades and downgrades in this game seem a little random at times. Like, De'Ami definitely shouldn't have downgraded. Dockery probably should have upgraded. Yeah, Will Jackson. I don't know why Will Jackson's still that. Ashton. Okay. We still have a good defense. I think it's about time to get rid of Landon. I would really like to dump his contract on somebody. I think I'm going to try to make a draft day trade just eat the rest of this contract. That contract is so big. It's such a big contract for someone of his current caliber in Madden. I can't keep him on the team. Treader is a huge signing. I'm really happy we got him. I can move Low to right guard, I guess. Or I can move Treader to right guard. We'll worry about that later. Humphrey is now our starting tight end. There we go. And yeah, now we are on to the next stage of offseason, which is the draft, and we will try to address some of our problems. Hopefully we'll find a new safety and find some good things to shore up the holes in our team. All right, we have the 5th pick in the draft this year. Actually not much higher than our last year's pick, so we'll see what people are getting. I didn't see anyone who I was overly excited about, so I've seen no one really that good right now. I think there's another. This guy I think is going to be very, very good. So what I'm thinking is Landon Collins is he's kind of over. He's kind of done. So what I could do is I could draft Isaiah Marion, and then I could move Jordan down to linebacker, start Cameron and Ashton as my safeties, and move Isaiah Marion to my slot cornerback. And that would shore up my defensive backfield. But the most important thing right now is kind of offensive linemen, and there really aren't any to draft. Simon Cox would be the best, but he's just not that good. He's not really worth this pick. Andrew Session, I think, is very good. He's probably going to be the best overall player in this draft, but I just don't need a running back that badly. I'd rather draft a cornerback. I think I have to pick Isaiah Marion. He's 6'2", B- catching, B man coverage, fast, 21 years old, slot type cornerback, going to be moving into the slot position for me. I think Isaiah Marion is the pick. I don't think I'm going to trade back or do anything. I'm just picking Isaiah Marion, and he is 78 overall. Normal dev, unfortunately, but very, very good. He is the number 3 overall ranked player in the draft. I drafted him at 5, so they're considering it a good pick. He's good. He's very good. I just wish his dev trait was a little bit better. If his dev trait was better, we would be very, very happy with that. He's still a great player, but I just would like him to develop a little bit better. So let's see who my next pick is going to be. Bobby Rutherford. I'm not drafting him. He is 5'8", 193 pounds with a 4.58 40-yard dash. That just isn't very good. So I think Jeremiah Ellis is probably the player I want to draft. He is projected to be an early 3rd rounder, so he's not going to last much longer. Amari Fowler is also a very good running back, but I don't need him. Dante Hawthorne, I think, is a very interesting player because he has the highest combine grade in this entire draft at 7.8. Very, very high combine grade. He wouldn't play right now, but I don't think I'm going to sign Curtis Samuel back, so drafting him wouldn't be a bad idea. Caleb Sims is a fast linebacker who I would like to pick up. So Jeremiah Ellis is probably the most urgent need. He's really, really strong, can play multiple positions with his size. Probably the best option to pick right now. Caleb Sims is also a need, a pretty big need, but not as big if I move Jordan down. So I could trade. Let me try to trade Landon Collins. That's what I need to do. Try to trade Landon Collins and see what I can get for him. Nice. Okay. So Landon Collins, a 4th round pick and a 7th round pick next year. No, a 4th round pick next year, a 7th round pick this year, for a 2nd round pick this year from the Steelers. And that frees up a lot of options for me to draft right now. I can move around and make a much more reliable pick here now. So I think I'm going to draft Dante Hawthorne. And that was an okay pick. He actually is a very good runner. Really good jumper. Great catching. He's actually a really good player. I like him, but he's not as good as I was hoping he would be. So let's go to my next pick. I think that trade was a little bit not... Actually, no, it was definitely worth it. Let's make my selection. I got rid of Landon Collins, which was honestly a blessing in disguise. Oh, they're all still here. I'm going to draft Caleb Sims and see what happens to the rest of these guys. Caleb Sims is fast. This draft might be an L. This draft might be a pure L. I mean, it looks like there really aren't a lot of good players in this draft in general, honestly. Let's see. Are we going to be able to get any of the players left on our board? Amari Fowler. Alright, we're drafting Amari Fowler. He is the number 6 in the draft at 76 overall. He's really fast. He's really fast, actually. Pretty good receiver out of the backfield. I'm not mad at that. That's a good pick. I think I definitely should have drafted the center in hindsight, but I have pretty good young linemen. Oh, wait, what? How did this happen? What's going on? Did I just draft? I don't know what just happened. I guess I have 2 third-round picks. Yeah, I'm not seeing anyone with this pick. I think I'm going to just trade the rest of my draft away because I don't think this is a good class. Yeah, this doesn't seem like a good class to me. A 2nd and a 7th? I mean, they let go of Tom Brady. This is just more picks. I'll take this.
All right, now looks like there's a trade coming in.
It's probably the best I'm gonna get. Yeah, let's get this from the Vikings.
Okay, here we go now. It appears we've got a trade.
Let's get the Falcons. I think they're probably the worst team.
It appears a different team is filling out a card right now.
And that is the end of the draft for me. We will see how this draft ended up. It didn't look like a very good one, honestly. I got a good cornerback. I didn't get any star or better players. Just didn't look like a very good draft. But we'll see how the best players in the draft were. So he was the first pick. Star or better. Yeah. Andrew Session. I thought he looked like the best player in the draft. He's good. He's like kind of the same thing that my guy is, though. Like, I really don't see a huge difference between this guy and the guy I drafted. Where is he? Right here. Like, I think they're pretty much the same player. I am not sad about that. Isaiah Marion was actually the 2nd best player in the draft. Yeah, just, it doesn't look like a good draft. This guy has star better development, which is cool. But this was not a good draft, so I am not mad that I traded away my picks. Bob Woodley, very high value pick, 75 overall in the 4th round. That's awesome for the Vikings. Yeah, just nothing was that good in this draft. So, kind of bad draft. Glad I traded most of my later picks. Kind of sad I wasted resources to trade up when I could have just held Landon Collins till next season, but he probably would have regressed too much to really trade for anything, so I'm not upset about it. Not the worst thing in the world, but really not the best thing in the world. We got a good corner. We got a good running back that we'll probably just end up trading. Okay, draft. Alright, so this is the lineup that we're going with to start the 3rd season of this video. I think it's about equal to last season's lineup, honestly. Let's look. We have Chase Young is now Superstar X Factor, which is huge. Jammin Davis is Superstar. Van Der Esch is Star. I need to switch these people. Marion should be corner 3. Fuller should be... Oh, that's what I was going to do. Okay. I need to switch Jordan to linebacker. And then we'll have Curl and Davis as safeties. That's what I need to do. Okay. I'm going to go do that real quick, and I will be right back with the updated lineup. Yeah. All right, this is the updated defense. We have Ashton Davis at free, Cameron at strong, Jordan Fuller at left, Van Der Esch at right. I think they're actually flipped for some reason. I don't know why, because Jordan Fuller is a right outside linebacker, and Van Der Esch is a left outside linebacker. Don't know how that happened, but that's whatever. I don't need to switch it back. Jammin Davis at middle, and then we have a great defensive line like always. We have William Jackson III, who is actually getting a little up there in age. Let's see, what is his contract looking like? He has 1 year left. So we have William, who is going to be a free agent next year. I don't think I'm going to re-sign him, and I'm going to try to let Marion take his place. I don't really, this is always different. I don't know if he's cornerback 3 or if he's cornerback 3, but specialist, we have Marion as our slot cornerback. We need to make Marion cornerback 3 as well, because we don't want our safety playing cornerback, and we can have St. Just be our cornerback 4. But yeah, our defense is looking really good again. Our offense is looking better than last year because Dockery is now a 79, Gibson's an 89, Mclaren's a 95. And our offensive line is better than it was the tail end of last year after Scherf just quit on us. So this is what our team is looking like right now. All right, so before we get to the mid-season mark, Chase Young is someone we have to sign. It looks like he's probably going to be the most expensive guy. I don't think we'll sign Trotter back. I want to sign Jordan back for sure if I can. Cameron Curl actually looks pretty cheap. A lot of these guys look like they're definitely possible to bring back, but Chase Young is clearly the focus, and we have so much cap room. Okay, we're signing him for 7 years. Contract actually isn't that bad considering he's a superstar X-Factor pass rusher. Like, really doable contract for a player like this. I'm going to try to get him, and bam, we got Chase Young back for the rest of, for all of his youth in the NFL youth at least. And then we'll try to sign Gibson back. He doesn't look super expensive, but he looks kind of expensive. Kendall Fuller is really expensive. Curtis Samuel, I probably am going to let him walk. William Jackson is a little expensive, but not super expensive. I'll try to sign him in the offseason if I even want to sign him back. Would I let both my corners walk is a question. JC Treader is someone who I will sign in the offseason, not now. Cameron Curl, I'll probably try to re-sign. Jordan Fuller, I will definitely re-sign. I think I'll re-sign Sadiq, not Shadiq as well. And the rest of these guys can probably just walk. So that's our re-sign strategy. We got Chase Young back, though. That's the key. And then Jordan Fuller's the second key because I'm going to have Jordan Fuller on every rebuild. And yeah, see you at the midseason mark. All right, so we're back with negotiations again. We're at Anthony Gibson, and he is actually really cheap. We're going to get him for, 5 years sounds good. Just up it a little bit. I think he'll accept that. Yep. Got Anthony Gibson back for a really cheap contract. That's good. So we made it to week 8. We're 4-3. Let's see who we can negotiate with. Kendall. I mean, we have the money to get Kendall for 1 year, so we might as well. I'm going to get Jordan for 7 years. Just going to lock him down. And then Cameron, I think I'm going to sign him long-term too and get him for 6 till he's 30. That should be good, I think. Yeah. And then I think I just need to re-sign him. I think it's a good choice to re-sign him for a 1-year deal. Okay. He wants more money, though. That's going to be a problem. We'll figure that out as we go. But right now, we're looking okay. Our playbooks are doing well. I switched to the Carolina playbook, so Gibson is having the year of his life, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I will update you all on the stats at the end of the season, and yeah. And that's the end of year 3. We ended 10-7, but we missed out on the playoffs. Let's look at stats. So Dockery played okay. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Gibson had a pretty good season. Diami had a good season. Gibson had a really good receiving season. Mclaren had a mediocre season. Humphrey had a good season, 10 touchdowns. Samuel, meh. Offensive line stats don't matter for that. Looks like Sweat had 16 sacks. Chase had 14 and a half. They started off really hot, kind of tapered off toward the end. Kyle Fuller had 4 picks. Jackson had 3. Sweat and Chase both had 17, and then Allen also had 17. I don't think we really had any forced fumbles. We had 0 fumble recoveries. Yeah, pretty average defensive year. We were 17th in offense, and we were 7th in defense. So our defense played really well, but let's see. So defensively, we had the most sacks in the league, kind of average. We had 0 fumble recoveries, though. Actually 0, which is kind of alarmingly common in this game. No one fumbles in this game, I guess. Points allowed, we were actually first in points allowed. We allowed the least points. We were 5th in total defense, or is that 6th? We had the most sacks, and we had a pretty good season overall, but we did not win. We did not make the playoffs. I have 420 stat points. I should probably use those on something. I bet that would probably have helped me make the playoffs, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, we are going to simulate through the Super Bowl, see who wins, what the awards are, and I'll get back with you. All right, season recap. It looks like Seahawks-Ravens. The Seahawks won the Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes is MVP again. Coach of the year was Robert Saleh of the Jets. Mahomes, TJ Watt won Defensive Player. Then Spencer Parsons and Jamal Swain win Offense and Defensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to see awards. McCaffrey wins. What's it called? NFC MVP, followed by Kamara. Khalil Mack wins Defensive Player, followed by Donald. Devin White is up there. Montez Sweat is number 5. Chase Young is number 7. No more Washington Football Team. Fowler actually almost won Offensive Rookie. Well, he was number 5, not almost. Behind Spencer Parsons. Defensive Rookie. Isaiah Marion actually was pretty close. He was number, 7? Yeah, number 7. Best QB, number 9. Wow, with my stats, I thought I would have been a little bit higher, but nope, number 9. Garoppolo as a 73. There are not a lot of good quarterbacks in the NFC, it looks like. McCaffrey, Gibson was actually pretty good up there, number 5. Best wide receiver, no WFT. Lineman, I'm surprised no Washington Football Team because my guy made it to the Pro Bowl. Then 3 and 4 for best D lineman for WFT, and then also Jonathan Allen at 9. No linebackers. Kendall Fuller was number 5 in best corner, and then William Jackson was actually number 10. Okay, and then best kicker. So we did not make the playoffs, but we're 10-6, a great improvement from last season. I switched playbooks midway through. I switched from the Jaguars to the what defensive playbook did I switch to actually? Let's see. I switched to the Cardinals defensive playbook because I saw they were getting a lot of interceptions and a pretty good amount of sacks. But I think that's just because of Chandler Jones that they get a lot of sacks, and I don't know why they're getting a lot of interceptions. I think that's honestly just random. Jaguars defense seemed to be doing a little bit better for me, so I think I'm going to stay with that. Or I'm going to try one full season with the Cardinals this upcoming year, and then I'm going to see which one's better between the Cardinals and the Jaguars. But it might not be either of them. I've seen a bunch of different defenses end up in the top. It might just be personnel-based, but who knows, really. There's always one thing that's kind of the best, and last year I was running the Bengals defense with, I think, the Titans offense, and that was kind of the best thing to run. Bengals defense got you a bunch of sacks and interceptions, so there's always that one playbook that really works super well in sim, and we just haven't quite found it yet, but I'll find it soon. We'll definitely find it soon. So yeah, I'm about to sim to the off season. I'll see you in free agency. So in free agency, we have Jonathan Taylor. Ooh, wait a second. He's not expensive. Jonathan Taylor and Antonio Gibson, two-headed monster running back. That's kind of hard to pass up. Jonathan Taylor's very, very good. He's also really young. He's only 25. Only star development somehow. I don't know how that is. Let's keep looking. Let's try to get Andrew Norrell. Let's see if we can get him for a cheaper price. Let's try to get him for like... Try to get him for this. See if we can. What does that give him? 58? That might be enough to get him to sign on the first day. We'll see. If it isn't, then I guess we just don't get a decent lineman in free agency. I could go for Taylor Lewin. If I offer him a really low contract, I don't think he'll accept, but I'm going to try it. This might be a 0 for him. Let's see. Okay, it's not a 0. Let's see if he accepts it. I'm just going to lowball him, see what happens. As for actual players, I think we're just going to go for the draft, see what we can get in there. We actually got Norrell. Okay. We got Andrew Norrell. I'm very happy about that. I'm pretty sure we did not get the tackle, whatever his name is. Yeah, definitely did not get Lewin. Jonathan Taylor's gone. We didn't need him that badly. We have 3 running backs right now, actually, so it's not a big deal. I don't think I'm signing anyone else, so I will simulate to the draft, and I'll see you in a second. So we have the 18th pick in the first round.
The Colts now on the clock. Let's see what they do. All right, it's now the Vikings' turn.
There's a 78 overall. I'm just going to simulate to my pick and see what happens.
All right, next up, the football team on the clock.
Let's make our selection. Yeah, they're just way more good linemen than there are anything else in this draft. So I think Del Bolden is my pick this round. He's not going to last much longer. He's 21 years old, super fast, mid first round corner. Gonna take him.
All right, the Jaguars are now on the clock.
He's good. Unfortunately, no development trait, but good in both coverages, good catching, really fast, pretty good jumping. Well, really good jumping, actually. And actually a decent tackler, decent hit power, good block shedding. He could move to safety if I need him to. So really good player, just bad development trait, which has kind of been a theme ever since my first draft. I didn't even look at what ranking he was in the draft. That's my mistake. I should have seen that. But we're going to just fast forward to our second round pick and see what we can find here. I think it's got to be Matt Church here. It just has to be Matt Church. He's too good not to draft. So let's see. And ooh, we got a star better. Okay. We are happy with this one. Star or better development. 21 years old, 74 overall. He is the 19th ranked player. Took him at 50. Super high value. Really, really like that pick. He's going to play, I'm not sure where, but he's going to play year 1. I'm going to find a way to get him to play year 1. Let's go to my next pick, which is the 22nd pick in this.
Washington is now on the clock.
And I think I can probably draft another lineman here if I wanted to, but is that safety still there? The safety is still there. I'm drafting him. Oh, 73 overall, star or better development, 89 speed. Much better speed than I expected. 87 hit power. Okay. Let's see, what's his block shedding? 53. He does have potential to play linebacker. He is not a pass rusher in any form of the word. I don't think it shows jumping for safeties, which I think is very weird. Like, why doesn't it show that? But he's a very good player. I'm very happy with this pick too, actually. So much better than I expected. So what I'm thinking here is I try to trade this pick for maybe a third next year and a fourth this year, if I can. I think this is the pick. This is the trade that I'm going to take, and I will draft something with this. I'm just going to draft Dalton now, see what he is. Not good. Bad pick. I will admit that is a bad pick. I went for a home run there, and I didn't hit it. It happens. But this next pick will be a very good pick with my tackle. So we'll see.
All right, next up, the football team on the clock.
5th round pick 18 is my next pick. I want to trade this pick away. I don't want this pick. I want just a later pick this round. I would take a 4th and a 5th. Is anyone going to give me a 4th and a 5th? There's a 4th and a 6th. I need a 4th this year, though. 4th and a... Okay, let's do this.
All right, now. Looks like there's a trade coming in.
And then let's skip ahead and pick up that tackle. I would be very surprised if he's not there. Please be there. Okay, we got him. And that's a 71 overall, 22-year-old tackle, 6'8". Really happy with that. We are going to keep him for a long time. And now I'm going to trade away pretty much every pick remaining in this draft. So
Washington is now on the clock.
let me just make sure there's nothing else I want in here. I think now we're actually good on linemen for a while. Unless we find a really good lineman to draft, we kind of don't need anymore. So I am done with this draft. I'm going to trade away. I'm going to do a 3-pick trade if I even have 3 picks left in this draft. Let's see. I think because I just want to get rid of these picks at the same time. Oh my gosh, I have so many picks left in this draft. What? Okay, let's see. Can I get a 3rd round pick for this? God, that sound is really annoying. Can I get a 2nd round pick for this? There's no way, right? It's actually not that far off. So let's see. I can probably get an early-ish 3rd round pick. It's not that far away. Okay, they don't have their 3rd. I have to turn off whatever that sound is. It's gotta go. Alright, let's see. Can we get this one? No. Okay, let's go for the 20th one. Where was that one? Okay, 17th. Let's try this one. Not quite. '21st. Okay, we got the 21st. 21st pick in next year's 3rd round. Oops. And then let's advance to next user pick and trade away the rest of my picks for hopefully something else as well. God, that sound is the most annoying thing in the world. I would take a 4th and a 5th. Is anyone going to give me a 4th and a 5th? There's a 4th and a 6th. I need a 4th this year, though. 4th and a... Okay, let's do this. I would be very surprised if he's not there. Please be there. Okay, we got him. And that's a 71 overall, 22-year-old tackle, 6'8". Really happy with that. We are going to keep him for a long time. And now I'm going to trade away pretty much every pick remaining in this draft. 21st. Okay. We got the 21st. 21st pick in next year's 3rd round. Oops. And then let's advance to next user pick and trade away the rest of my picks for hopefully something else as well. Let's see, can we get this one? Yes. Okay, good. We've traded away all of our picks, and now we simulate to the end of the draft, and we evaluate the draft. We're going to see who are the good players that were in this draft. I think we got what we needed, which is great. It's always good to get what you needed. But I want to see, you always want to see who the best players were, because we haven't had like a good draft yet, you know? Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay. This is the first like good player that I've seen. He is 23, which is a little bit of a downside on these long-winded rebuilds. I don't like to draft rookies over 22 years old in this game generally. It's just like, you know, when they're 23, when you're extending them on that first contract, you're extending them at 26 years old. So it's like they're only 2 years away from regression. You want to try to draft those 21-year-old guys, so you're extending them when they're 24 and they still have 4 years till they start regressing. Or to get superstar X factors, so they hopefully extend that to 6 years before they start regressing. But that's kind of, I don't like usually drafting players over 22 years old. But this guy definitely would have been worth it, because my quarterback's still garbage normal development. I might need to get rid of him soon if he doesn't upgrade that dev trait. This guy is also hidden dev. It looks pretty good. Looks really good, actually. 280 and that fast. Clayton Posey, he is star better. Really good catching. Pretty good hit power. Really good tackling. Not the best coverage. Very interesting statistics. Or attributes, excuse me. Weiss, I think he's pretty slow, right? No, he's not. That was his tackling I was looking at. Really good player. Really good player. Surprisingly good coverage for a pass rushing linebacker, which is something you like to see. Courtney Miles, another star. He is 21. This was a pretty good class. I will say this is a pretty good class. A lot of star or better development guys in here. I wonder if there are any super speedsters in here. A couple guys that were fast. Okay, well, it looks like this was a pretty good draft. This is the best player, Jerry Palumbo, by far the best player I've seen in the draft so far. Let's see, is he fast at all? No, he's not. But still, best player I've seen in the draft so far since I've in this franchise is Jerry Palumbo. He's probably going to be really good. I wouldn't be surprised if he's Superstar X Factor. I'm actually going to check that right now. He's going to be at least Superstar. I feel like if you start at 80 overall, yeah, he's Superstar X Factor. Okay. Yeah. So he is definitely way better than our quarterback, because my quarterback is now 23, like barely a higher overall than that guy, and still normal development, so not better. But Terry McLaurin did get Superstar X Factor last season. I don't think I told you guys that. Hawthorne is going to replace Curtis Samuel. We have really good offensive linemen. I'm going to try to find a way to get Mr. Church in the game. I think I'm going to get rid of Rourier, probably, and move Norrell to left tackle, and then put Church at right or left guard. And then defense-wise, everything's kind of the same. I think we already saw Jammin Davis get Superstar. Marion is my second cornerback. Bolden is my third cornerback. Jordan is now a linebacker, and he's pretty good. Ashton got star during the season. Toller, actually, I forgot I drafted this guy. He's only 21, and I think Ashton is about to be 26. He's 27, so he might be 28 by the time the season starts. If that's the case, Toller is going to replace Ashton pretty soon. Let's see what his contract is looking like. He has 3 more years. Okay. A little bit longer than I expected, but it's not a bad contract, so I can trade him anytime I want, honestly. Cameron Curl, I think I probably have to re-sign him this season. No, I just re-signed him, didn't I? Yeah, he's on a long-term deal. That's a little expensive, but he's really young still, so he still has a lot of room to improve. I'm not against that contract, actually, now that I think about it again. So I think our team is definitely... we're comparable with last year's team. I was about to say definitely worse, but we're actually pretty on par. Devine lost his star development, but that's because he got replaced by Fowler. Fowler's just kind of better. He was playing really well last season, and I think he's just going to be my new secondary running back, even though Devine is more of a power back, which fits the need. Fowler's just better. Dockery is still good. Trask is still sitting here as a backup. He's now 26 years old. He's under contract for a really long time, so I'm just going to hold on to him. I really need Dockery to get star, at least development. Superstar would be great. I guess he doesn't really need it, though, because when I drafted him, he was a 75, and in 2 years, he's an 81. That's a morale boost, 83. Yeah, he's an 81. He does need star development. For sure, he needs star development. Humphrey did not upgrade his dev trait, but he still has a long time. He's also not that tall. I wouldn't be too against getting a new tight end because I like big tight ends. You know, you need big-bodied tight ends, especially when I don't have big-bodied receivers. Actually, I have one now. Hawthorne's a big-bodied receiver, but most of my receivers are not big-bodied, so it's nice to have a big-bodied tight end. But yeah, our team is looking pretty good, honestly. I think we should definitely make the playoffs again. Like, our defensive line is just so good. We're just so good in our front 7, really. Like, Jammin Davis, Leighton Vander Esch, Jordan Fuller, Chase Young, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne, Montez Sweat, and then we have Kendall Fuller still here, and Isaiah Marion is actually very good. He played really good last season. Cameron Curl's good. Ashton Davis is good, and Toller is ready to do whatever I need him to. He can play backup pretty much anything. So, and Cam Sims is actually pretty good too. We have depth. We have good starters. We have a very good team. I wouldn't be surprised if we're one of the higher overalls in the league. We got to get rid of Rourier. This guy is getting paid too much money, and he's just not that good. And we can finally get rid of him. So we're going to trade him, and we're going to move Church into a starting role, and we're going to get on to this next season. I just moved Church into a starting role. He is now a 76 overall at left guard. Actually a 2 overall upgrade. He's just really good. Really happy with this pick. We got Norrell starting at tackle, and we haven't traded Rourier yet. But now we're going to get on to this next season, see if we can finally make the playoffs in our 4th season. If this team doesn't make the playoffs, I don't know. I got to switch up my playbooks. I got to do something different because our team is really good now. We definitely should be a playoff team at this point. I'm very confident about it. So I finally went into this coaching trait thing, and I upgraded my player growth. It's pretty much defense. I didn't do offense. I didn't know I could only choose one tree. And then we have a bunch of, I don't know, we upgraded a lot of extra, pretty much just raw attributes for players through the offense and defensive coordinator coaching trees. So I think this might have been what our team was missing. We have a lot of just random bonus stats. You can look at these as I scroll through them. Like, they actually give you kind of a lot of bonuses. Like, look at this. Impact blocking for fullbacks, run blocking finesse for offensive linemen, pass block for tight ends, which is kind of random. Impact blocking for wide receivers, that's not important. But awareness for offensive linemen and strength by 4 for linemen, like, some of this stuff is really good. Release by 3 for receivers, and catching for receivers and tight ends by 5. Like, there are a lot of really good attributes to upgrade in here, so I am not I'm not mad at it. I wonder how good it's going to make us, though. Maybe this is what we need to get to the playoffs. We'll see. We're still at the midseason mark, but We have found a trade destination for Chase Rourier. His name is Chase, right? Yeah, Chase Rourier. So he is someone who's just not playing on our team right now, and we're looking to get draft picks or just any type of capital for him. We're going to trade a 6th and a 7th for the Steelers' 2nd round pick this year for Chase Rourier. And I'm pretty sure they're about to accept this. Let's just make sure that they are. And yes, we just got that draft pick. We got rid of Chase Rourier. We didn't want that contract anyway. This might help them give the push they need for the playoffs. Pretty good deal all around, I think. So, yeah, we're going to move on to the end of the season now. Actually, I'm going to check contracts first. All right, so just kidding about us moving to the end of the season. We actually have some pretty important players to re-sign here. Landon Dickerson is very important to our offensive line and very cheap as well. I'll sign him to a 6-year deal, up the contract a little bit. Our cap room is huge, so we're not too worried about getting these guys back. But the main guys that we are interested in is Jammin Davis. We need Jammin Davis back long term. I will sign him till he's 32, and we'll just up his offer a little bit. I think this will probably be enough to get him. Nice, okay. And then Dyami Brown. He's still only 24 years old. Superstar development trait. We've got to lock him down. He's going to be Terry McLaurin once Terry McLaurin isn't on our team anymore. So we're going to give him a little bit more money with this 7-year deal. And nice. We got another 7-year. We have 3. I think we just signed 3 people to 7-year contracts. I think he might have been a 6. We're going to wait for Norrell because he's definitely going to regress. We can get him cheaper in the offseason if we need to get him. Cosme, I will probably try to... Oh, wait, what? This guy's looking for $5 million a year? It's like the same as Landon Dickerson. I probably won't sign him for that rate. I don't think there's really anyone else. Kendall Fuller is the other player that we could potentially sign. He is still only looking for a 1-year deal. Honestly, I'll give that to him. Worst case scenario, we just trade him. So I'll keep signing Kendall Fuller to 1-year deals until he regresses to the point where we don't want him anymore, pretty much is what I'm looking at. So we got back our 3 superstar players, and we are probably going to replace... Oh, we also got back Landon Dickerson. We're going to replace Andrew Norrell with someone next season, and Sam Cosme is probably... I'm probably going to try to bring him back in free agency, but just right now, that's not the case. I'll see you guys at the end of the season. Y'all see it too. We started 5-2, ended 9-8 somehow. I don't know what happened. I don't know how we ended 9-8. We literally went, what is that? 2-6 to end the season, or no, 2. What am I doing? 4-6 to end the season. Like, I don't know what happened. We had such a great start. We're going to look at the stats, try to figure out what happened. So we did make the playoffs, though. Even though we had a worse record than last season, we made the playoffs, which is a first for this franchise. Dockery, 29 touchdowns only? That's it? Dockery probably has to go. Like, he just... If he's still normal development, too, like, you gotta... Let's see. He has some upgrade points. But still normal development? Like, really? Really? This is like your 4th... This is your 3rd year. You're not even passing... He's... I think he might have regressed every season so far. Let's see. Wait, why does it say... Okay. So, last year he played good. And then this year, he threw a lot of yards, but just more interceptions, less touchdowns. He's just not that good. He hasn't had, like, that great season yet. And maybe this next season is the opportunity for him to do that. But right now, he's just looking like I need to replace him. Gibson, good year. Fowler, okay backup season. Gabe Humphrey. Ooh, 1,000 yards as our tight end. Very interesting there. Mclaren with 1,000 yards. I think this is the first time in this franchise that he's passed 1,000 yards. But he was our first receiver and our slot receiver, so I really expected more than this. I think he did miss one game because, yeah, he did miss one game. Dax Milne? Why did Dyami Brown average 10 yards a catch? He's a deep threat. I need to upgrade my players. That might be why we didn't make it. But, like, 10 yards a catch? That's so low. It's like less than my running back. Gibson averaged 14. Yards per catch in this game is very weird. But receivers did kind of, I mean, our quarterback didn't play that well, so our receivers didn't play that well. Sacks. Chase Young had, I think, probably his worst year since he's been with us, or since we've had control of this franchise, as well as Montez Sweat. Deron Payne played pretty well. No one on defense really did anything to stand out. We were running Jaguars playbook this season, so we're gonna try the Arizona playbook next season. And we're gonna look at the season stats. We were 19th in offense, and we were actually 8th in defense. So our defense got better as the season progressed, but our team got worse. Okay. Wait, what though? Where are the Chiefs? Did Mahomes not play this year? Wow, the Chiefs were so low on total offense. Huh, okay. We were probably one of the bottom teams in terms of scoring. We weren't, even though our quarterback only threw 29 touchdowns. Okay, and defense, we had the second most sacks in the league. Panthers had the most. We actually had 4 forced fumbles, which I think is the highest that we've ever had. The Dolphins had a lot of interceptions. Cowboys, Buccaneers. The Cardinals' defense was really good last season. Let's see who's the best one this season. The Patriots, the Dolphins, the Saints. Where are the Cardinals? The Cardinals are here. 38 sacks, 8 interceptions, 4 fumble recoveries. We're going to try the Cardinals' defense, I think. See what they're talking about, and hope we can win this game. Let's see if we can get this win. I'm going to upgrade my players, and I will be right back with the results of the game. We upgraded all our players, and one thing I noticed, Max Church was upgrading. Was his name Max? Matt Church was upgrading a little faster than I expected. Superstar offensive lineman drafted. Amazing. These guys are so rare. I think most of you guys probably will be Madden players, but this is so rare. Or in last Madden, it was extremely rare. This season, this Madden, I've had pretty good luck so far drafting development trait linemen, but this is amazing. It's so great to have superstar linemen. It's unbelievable. But things that you will see is that I think the reason we lost is probably because Montez Sweat is injured and Jammin Davis is injured. So if I had known this, oh my God, wait, Toller is superstar. Okay, if I had known these things, I would have moved Toller to linebacker, and I would have moved Hawked. I don't know what this guy's name is. I'm sorry, Michael Hote. I think Hote. I would have moved him probably in Montez Sweat's place instead of Tony. Tony's okay, so I guess it's not the worst thing, but yeah, I definitely would have switched Toller to middle linebacker to replace Jammin Davis. So I guess that's the cost of playing with injuries, especially when you're simming entire seasons. Sometimes stuff like that just happens, but before this playoff game, we're definitely going to swap Toller's position to middle linebacker. Okay, we actually had to make a couple of bigger adjustments. We had to switch Toller's position, and then we had to switch Jonathan Allen's position to defensive end because for some reason, defensive tackles cannot be rush defensive ends in this game. So we have Jonathan Allen as our rush right end right now, and then we have Deron Payne as our rush D tackle, and we have Hote as our backup on both of those. So ideally, it would be Allen and Payne at D tackle, and then Hote at DN. But yeah, we're gonna have to see. I actually don't know how to make this most optimal. I think this is probably the most optimal way to set it up. And then we have Van Der Esch, Fuller, and Toller as sub linebackers. Yeah, we just had to do a lot of stuff. So this is what the defense looks like right now during the injuries that we're dealing with, Jammin Davis and Montez Sweat. Pretty huge blow to our defense. We're going to see if we can come back from this. And we also don't have Hawthorne. Do we have Hawthorne? Okay, we have Hawthorne back. But Yeah, our defense took a pretty big blow. We'll see if we can come back from this and win the first round of the playoffs. Come on. That's the Panthers. I don't think we're going to win this. Oh! Ooh, we got the win. Okay, let's see. Let's look at the game. 41-31. Wow, our defense didn't play well, but our offense played great. Dockery with a great game. Love to see it. Darnold actually played really well too. McCaffrey, we shut down McCaffrey. That was huge for us. Well, we shut him down running the ball. Set 100 yards receiving. De'Ami Brown had a great game. Mclaren played pretty well. Hawthorne actually played well. I think we were missing Hawthorne for a lot of the season. That really hurt us. But now we have him back, and he did really well this game. In terms of defense, Chase Young with 2 sacks, Deron Payne with 1. A couple of tackles for loss, no interceptions. Leading tackler was Van Der Esch, followed by Fuller and Chase Young. And now we move on to the Seahawks. Oh, that would be forcing a win. We don't want to do that. So let's see. First, let's make sure we have no more injuries. Hote got injured that game. Caleb Sims got injured that last game too. Okay, so let's see. Who is anyone hurt on our team now? I need to put Hote back here now because he got injured. So I can't even... this is so frustrating. Very annoying. There's some very annoying parts of this game. Because this is the most efficient way to look at your roster, obviously. But you can't do everything you want to do from here. Specialist. We want... It took Jonathan Allen off rush right end. Okay. Okay. Alright, so this lineup... It doesn't look like it makes sense because Jonathan Allen is technically starting in 2 places. But what we're doing is we're starting Jonathan Allen as D-tackle 2 and defensive end 1. And then we're having... is this Chase? Caleb Sims as our backup defensive end instead of Hote. And Hote is our backup defensive tackle because he's 310 pounds. He's a big dude. So, and then we're going to specialist. And we have the same thing here where he's our starting rush end and our second rush D tackle. We have Caleb Sims as our backup rush right end instead of Hote this time. And we have Hote as our backup rush D tackle. So I think the way this works is wherever Jonathan Allen doesn't play, the other person will play. I'm hoping that what they do is they sub Jonathan Allen out of defensive end and put him at rush D tackle. But I don't know how the prioritization on this works. Hopefully it just gets us a win. I'm just trying to put together what I can in the absence of our best players. And we're going to try to see if we can pull it out against the Seahawks. Let's see what happens. This is... What is this? What round is this? Wait, maybe I should... Should I super sim this? I'm going to super sim this, actually. Hold on. So we're in the game. We're up 7-0, 7-7. That's the end of quarter 1. I'm simulating quarter by quarter. So let's see. That is still 7-7. Looks like no one's really doing anything. We score a field goal. They score a touchdown. We're down 4 points right now. So let's see. Next quarter, we are... Okay, we're down 1. We're down 4 again. Now we're in the 4th quarter. So let's see. How is this game going to go? Let's jump forward to next quarter and see how long. Okay, it looks like... Yeah, it looks like this is not going to happen for us. We just failed a 4th down conversion. Oh, two-point conversion. Wait. What? Hold on. Let's go back. Let's see what just happened. Oh, Dallas Dockery, 4-yard pass to Hawthorne. It didn't show where we were on the field correctly. We just failed a 2-point conversion, though, so we're still in this game. Let's see. Let's slow sim this. Okay, our defense is not showing up. They kicked a field goal. We still have a chance. We can score 8 points here. Let's see. We got a penalty. Incomplete. 5-yard catch. I don't know why we started from there. 4-yard catch. I don't think we're making it out of bounds. Okay. So this is the last play of the game. I don't even know if we're going to get a playoff. If this is like last Madden, we probably won't. We didn't. So we didn't make it out of bounds. I don't even know if we used our timeouts. Looks like we lost the game. It was pretty close, though, and considering the injuries we had, I will take that. So we picked off Russell Wilson once. Dockery got sacked 5 times. Wow. I wonder if that's him or that's our offensive line. I think that's got to be Dockery because our offensive line's pretty good. Nothing great there. Hawthorne was our leading receiver somehow. Where is Mclaren? 1 catch for 19 yards. What? 1 sack for Hote. Pick for Van Der Esch. Was Chase Young even playing this game? 1 tackle the entire game. He didn't play very well. I mean, we had 2 of our top performing defenders out of the game. We just didn't have a lot of options to play very well that game. The fact that we won last week was a miracle. We're just going to see what happens next week. We might consider turning off injuries just because I think we would have had a better playoff seed if I had turned off injuries or if I had simulated slower. And I can't simulate slower at 10, 20-year rebuild. So I think for this next season, we're going to turn off injuries and see how our team does from there because I'm not going to go week by week. All right, we have the 2024 season recap. Lamar Jackson won MVP and won the Super Bowl. Urban Meyer won Coach of the Year with the Jaguars again. I think that's like the 3rd or 4th time. McCaffrey won Offensive Player. That's interesting. Different Offensive Player and MVP. That doesn't happen very often. DeMarcus Lawrence, Defensive Player. Jeremy Palumbo. He is the superstar X-Factor quarterback that we saw. And then Spencer Fitzsimmons won Defensive Rookie. I actually saw him in the Pro Bowl, so he must have had a really good season. We're going to look at stats for the year. No, we already saw team stats. We're going to look at awards. So we're only looking at the NFC because I'm not going to look at both. McCaffrey, DeMarcus Lawrence won DPOY. Do we have any football team? We have Chase Young barely in there. No football team players. No football team players here. Offensive rookie is Palumbo. 1 football team player here, our cornerback, and then no one else. No football team players. Best QB was Justin Fields. Justin Fields, wait. That's interesting. Okay. Best running back, Christian McCaffrey. I don't think... Gibson was in there, but that's not... It's whatever. No football team players. No football team players. Chase Young. And DeMarcus Lawrence again. DeMarcus Lawrence is only an 82. Maybe he's old now. And then no football team players here. We might have been able to get our guy in there. I forgot our middle linebacker's name. Wow, how did I forget his name? He's like one of our best players. Looks like we have no best defensive back candidates and best kicker or whatever. Okay, so we're going to move to the offseason now. So we didn't bring back anyone whose contract was expiring, but wow, okay. We have our first big free agency class, it looks like. Zach Martin. Hold on, can I get Zach Martin? I might be able to, but we're just gonna look at everyone real quick. Aaron Donald. 34-year-old Aaron Donald. Joe Mixon at 99 overall. Nick Chubb at... Why is Joe Mixon a higher overall than Nick Chubb? They're the same age. Does Madden think Joe Mixon is better than Nick Chubb? I don't know. I guess I shouldn't argue that, but Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb are both free agents. I haven't even looked at how much money they would cost. Joe Mixon would be $10 million a year. Nick Chubb is probably around the same. Could get either of them. I think Zach Martin might be the player we go for. David Bakhtiari is in here too. Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen. We have a really... Jamar Chase? Superstar X Factor 25-year-old Jamar Chase is a free agent. Why? And he's only looking for 13 mil? Should I just sign him? Harrison Butker, Stephon Gilmore. I think we have to sign Jamar Chase. Travis Etienne? I guess he's only 85 with star development. It kind of makes sense that they wouldn't want to bring him back if he asked for it. He's not asking for any money. He's asking for no money. I don't know what's going on right now. There's so many potential free agents to sign. I need to... Jalen Waddle? Jalen Waddle? They really didn't want Jalen Waddle. 97 speed Jalen Waddle. They didn't want him back. Are you kidding me? I had to take off my glasses to make sure I was seeing correctly. What is going on in the NFL? Did everyone just run up their cap too high to do anything? Okay, I'm going to look through these players and see who doesn't have offers. Try to snag some of these better players. And alright, Amari Cooper now has 9 offers. We're not getting him either. We did not get Zach Martin. We are trying to... Let's see. Can we find an offensive lineman here? He's pretty good, actually. He's really good. He's really good. There are a lot of linemen, actually. So I'm pretty sure we'll be able to get someone worth playing. All these guys are pretty old. But I think that's fine. We don't really need young linemen. We just need linemen that can play like 1 or 2 years before we find someone to replace them. Let's try to get Garrett Bowles. This guy's only 297. He's kind of small for a tackle. No, let's get Trevor. He's a lot cheaper. Let's try to sign him to a cheap deal. Just lowball him a little bit. He has no offers, so I think we can get him. It looks like as long as you're around like the 60-ish points range, you can get them to accept if they have no offers. At least that's what I've experienced so far. So let's see. Can we get him to accept? Also, I forgot to switch my scouting back to user controlled. Let me switch that back. All right, I don't think we're going to get anyone this free agency, honestly, so kind of an L, but we didn't have a lot of money anyway. I think next year we'll probably have some good free agents too, so we'll check that out. So it looks like we have the 25th pick in the draft this year. We're just going to simulate straight to our pick. So John Collins is kind of the best player left for me to pick. I'm going to pick him right now, and we got... Okay. We got star better development, 87 speed, good tackling, pretty good hit power, really good block shedding. Wouldn't be the worst outside linebacker on my team. Has decent power and finesse moves for a middle linebacker. Good jumping. Ranked 18th in the class, took him at 25, and he has star better development, so I'm really happy with that pick. Looks like a good player. We're going to simulate to our next pick now because I didn't really see anyone else that was super urgent for me to get. So we might end up just trading away the rest of our draft until we can get that other guy. Yeah, I'm going to pick Jamar. And then next round, I think I'm going to trade my next pick. Let's see what Jamar is looking like. 72. He's okay. He's a lot slower than I expected him to be, actually. I was expecting like an 86-ish. This guy really is a linebacker. He's not a safety. Doesn't have great coverage skills. Can't catch. Is slow. He's a linebacker. Will probably be a higher overall at linebacker, honestly. He's just not... He doesn't look like a very good safety at all. So let's go to our next pick. Okay, so we're definitely going to trade this for... It looks like this one. Because we get that 4th round pick this year, and we get a 3rd round pick next year. This is going to be our pick. So we have the 25th pick in this round as well. And we got it. Okay. So now we have a 1st round pick next year and a 4th round pick next year. Maybe we could have went for a 3rd, but happy with that. We got rid of a bunch of picks that we didn't need, and now we're about to pick up the guys that we want with our next couple picks, and then we will probably just trade away the rest of the draft again. So let's go. Monty Mullins is getting drafted right now. He is star or better development. So good. I have had great luck drafting linemen this time. I don't know if they just have more, but... I don't know. I'm having a really good streak drafting linemen. This is a star better player. He's 22 years old. He is very versatile. Looks like he can play kind of any role. With that lead block, maybe he's a better guard than tackle, but we'll see. I'm happy with that pick. I'm going to simulate and draft the receiver now. Ronaldo Perryman, very fast receiver on the shorter side, but only 21 years old. I can hold on to him for a long time. Let's see how he is. Not star or better, which is fine. But 94 speed, that's big. Let's see, is he a kick returner? He's a good kick returner too, so he's useful regardless of whether he actually plays receiver. But 94 speed is really fast. Not a great short or medium route runner. Interesting. He's actually a deep threat. I guess he's just a straight line runner. His agility is lower than other things. So, pretty good pick. I think he's okay. I think I'm probably going to just trade away the rest of my draft. Alright, so we're at the draft recap. Looking at Brian Barnett. He was the first overall pick. He is hidden development. He looks... he actually doesn't look that good. He looks more like a defensive tackle from just his ratings. What's his block shed? Where is block shed? Is block shed not? I know block shed is there. I'm just blind. I can't see it for some reason. Where is it? There it is. 66. Okay, he's not a defensive tackle. Yeah, he doesn't look that good personally to me. Maybe he's okay, but I don't know. He doesn't look that good. This guy was the second pick in the draft. This guy was the third pick in the draft. Wow, that's bad. Okay, let's see. Who are the best players? So we have Tommy Lowry as the best player. He is hidden development, 21 years old. Really good running back. We have Michael Pritchard as the next best player. Hidden development, 22 years old. He looks like a better defensive end than the first overall pick. He's smaller, but he definitely looks better than the guy that was picked number 1. And he's probably going to be a edge rusher anyway. Cousins looks very similar to Lowry. I think he's younger. He looks good. Nothing special. Felix Crothers. So all these guys have been hidden development so far, which is good. This guy, I think, he looks very good. 21 years old, 94 speed. Good block shedding for a cornerback. Good tackling as well. Okay, really good. Is that man coverage? Really good man coverage. Pretty good zone coverage. He looks like a really good player, actually. We can go back to football team and see what my draft looked like. We have John Collins, who is hidden dev. I don't check the dev traits of my own players. I just like to be surprised by that. Then we have Jamar Pratt, who is not hidden dev. I think this guy is honestly not very good. I probably won't sign him after his rookie deal's up. Then we have Monty Mullins, who is also hidden dev. I think he's really good. The boost that you get from your coaches is insane. He's up to a 72. Would be up to a 73 if we didn't have a weird morale negative. I don't know why we have that right now. Ronaldo Pierman is not... I don't think he's that good, but he's very young and he's very fast. So we're going to keep him around just in case, we need a player. And then this guy was auto-drafted by the CPU. He's whatever. He's okay. Start of the next season or beginning of next preseason, season 5, we're going into this. A lot of our players look very familiar. We still have Terry McLaurin and De'Ami Brown, still have Antonio Gibson. I don't know how Antonio Gibson is a 93 overall with star development. Just doesn't make sense to me. How do you get to 93 overall if you're just a star? Like, you're a superstar at that point. He's one of the best running backs in the NFL. But Terry McLaurin, great receiver. He has not been putting up great numbers for me, unfortunately. Gibson, great running back. Dockery, we might be looking to replace him. If he's not performing midway through the season, honestly, we might trade him at the deadline for a first-round pick and just rock with Trask for the rest of the season. Trask is not a long-term solution when he's 27 years old and 70 overall. It seems very hard to get dev traits for quarterbacks in this game compared to last game. Last game, you could get a dev trait for any quarterback. You could sign some 60 overall, 22-year-old quarterback off the street, and he'd probably be an 80 overall by the time he's 25. This game is different. So Dockery might have to go. He played badly last year, and he's a good overall, but we need a dev trait for him to really be a great player. De'Ami, great player. Really happy I have him. Humphrey, I think, is a good tight end, but I'm thinking I'm probably going to draft a new one just because he's only 6'3". I like my tight ends to be like 6'5", 6'6". There aren't really 6'7" tight ends, but if there was one, I'd take it. Offensive line is looking good, honestly, Mullins really shored up the spot that I was worried about. Thank God he had a dev trait, because I can rely on this guy long term now. Hopefully he's superstar. I'm not going to check yet, though. I like to be just surprised by that. Church is great. Very happy with him. Lowe's good, and I think I need to extend Mclaren as well this season. Dickerson is good. I signed him in free agency. He's just a good player. He's going to be here a while. Our defensive line is still looking amazing. Just keeps getting better every season. We have a 99, 95, 92, 91. We're starting Toller instead of Ashton now. Ashton hit 28. He didn't regress this season because he has star development, but he's probably going to regress next season. And Toller is just, he's superstar. He ended up being superstar. Huge surprise for us. And he's 75 overall already, 22 years old. He's pretty fast. He's going to get faster over time. Players just do in this game, which is not the most realistic thing in the world, but it's cool. Hit power is really, really high. Probably should make him a strong safety, actually. But how is he a zone archetype? I don't know. I'm not fighting it, though. He fits our scheme. It actually doesn't matter who fits our scheme. We have the scheme fit thing, so everyone gets the same experience. Jammin Davis, great player. We don't know Collins' dev trade yet. We're not going to check it, but he's going to replace Leighton. And I think I'm going to trade Leighton next year during the draft to try to get a good draft pick and maybe replace Jonathan Allen or Kendall Fuller's position. Cameron Curl, he's 26 still, so he's still going to be improving. He's not really making huge impact on the stat sheet. Maybe he plays better in the actual games. I don't know. But if you look at his stats, like, he's okay. 3-2. Like, he had good tackles this season. And just kind of an average safety IMO. Just not that great. But, yeah, that's what our team's looking like. So, mid-season's here, and we are a mediocre as ever 3-4. With an 87 overall team, we're probably, in terms of overall, we're probably top 3 teams in the league. We are 3-4. It's got to be Dallas Dockery. It has to be Dallas Dockery. He has to just be bad at football. For some reason, he's just bad. I drafted him early. He seemed like a good pick. I think it's the normal development. I think normal development just makes him bad. In 7 games, he has thrown 7 interceptions, 12 touchdowns, 57% completions. That's terrible. He's been sacked 21 times in 7 games. I don't know if that's his fault or the offensive line's fault. Our offensive line is not bad, though, so I don't think it's our offensive line's fault. We need to figure out what to do about Dallas Dockery because he has not been good for 2 straight years. Do we want to explore the trade market? Maybe we should explore the trade market first. Let's see. Maybe someone has a young quarterback that would be worth trading Dallas for, and if I can get picks as well. Maybe that's the move. So I'm going to look and see who has good quarterbacks, and I'll be back. So we might have found a target. Glenn Tracy. Just through looking through the players, he's a 1-year pro superstar X Factor quarterback. When was he drafted? Let's see, what pick was he? He was the first pick overall last year. We are potentially trying to get this guy. I don't know how quarterback swap trades work in this game, but we're about to find out, I guess. We have made a quarterback swap. We are getting Glenn Tracy for Dallas Dockery. Glenn Tracy is a 1-year pro superstar X Factor quarterback. We're also getting their first round pick next year, and we're trading our 7th round pick this year for it. They get a better quarterback right now. We get a better quarterback for the future. And honestly, maybe a better quarterback right now. Who knows? Dallas Dockery is not good. He has been playing bad for us for 2 straight years. He's normal development. He's just not a good player. So we'll see how this guy does. And worst case scenario, we just end up trading him too. But he is a superstar X Factor 23-year-old quarterback. I think there's a lot of potential here. A lot of opportunity to have a really good player. So we're going to try to make this happen and see what we can do with a superstar X Factor instead of Dallas Dockery. I always forget about re-signing players. We're looking at Steve McLean. I have no idea why this guy is so cheap. We're going to sign him for a long time. I think that should be enough. That's a great deal for a right tackle. A young, good right tackle. That's amazing. Gabe Humphrey is actually very cheap. Okay. We'll sign him back. We'll just give him that contract straight up. That's awesome. Tight ends were so expensive last Madden, so that's great to see. Drew Lowe is kind of expensive. For a normal development center, that's really expensive. I'll sign him back in free agency if I need him. Youngway, Kendall, and Jonathan. So what I'm thinking with my team is that I don't think I want to re-sign Jonathan Allen. I'll decide on Jonathan and Kendall at the end of the season, not now, because they probably are going to regress. So we will make that decision when we get to it. Gabe, we got Gabe back. We got McLean back. Drew Lowe is just too expensive for what he's worth, I think, right now at least. I don't understand why right tackles are cheaper than centers, or maybe it's player specific. I'm not sure, but Drew Lowe is more expensive than I was planning for, and I'm not signing him back yet. We'll figure that out at the end of the season. Well, 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 would you look at that? We get rid of Dallas Dockery, and we have an 11-6 team. That dude was not good. Let's see. How did my team do during this stretch? So we scored 34, 23, 35, 35, 17, 19, 35, 17. Okay, so we scored more points for sure. Like, before we traded him, we had one game over 30 points, and then we had like 5 after we traded him. Let's see, how did he do, our quarterback? How did our team do? This is our best year by far. He wasn't starting the first 7 games, I'm pretty sure. 60 completion percentage. He had better completion percentage than our guy. Good rating. Not that great yards per game, honestly. Got sacked a lot, too. Gibson, with kind of the same year he's had every year since I've had him. Terry McLaurin, finally having a good season. Hawthorne with 1,000 yards. I did not expect that. Humphrey had a good season too. Hawthorne might get a dev up off that. Not looking at... Wait. Oh, he only played 88. Let's see. Who? Charles and Compton. Okay. So defense, Jammin Davis led our team in tackles. 6.5 sacks, 3 interceptions. Wait a second. Jammin Davis had a great season. Not that many tackles for a middle linebacker, but really, really good stats. Chase Young with 22.5 sacks. Wow. Okay. Chase Young, 22.5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, 19 tackles for loss. Amazing season from Chase Young. Montez Sweat didn't play that great. He had an interception, though. That's kind of cool. Jammin Davis with 3 interceptions led my team. Let's see. Passes defended. I don't think that's really a stat people care about. But Jordan Fuller had 7. Jammin had 8. Jammin Davis had a really good season. I don't think he's going to get X Factor off that, but he had a very good season. I don't think we got any of these special stats. Oh, Montez Sweat got a safety. He got a fumble recovery, a forced fumble, and let's see, did anyone get a block? Chase Young got a block too. Okay. So Montez Sweat and Chase Young were playing special teams very well too. Now we're going to see how our team can do in the playoffs. First game is against the Cowboys. They have a really good offense, but our defense is better. We are 5 overalls higher than them. We'll see how this game goes. They do have Dak and Chubb and Zeke. So who knows? We're going to see how this goes. Please win. We have home field advantage. We won. Okay. We forced Prescott to sit. We sacked him 4 times. Tracy with 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Really good game. Gibson, average game. Fowler with 2 touchdowns. This is cool. Diami with 97 yards and a touchdown, 7 catches. Humphrey with 7 catches, 94 yards. Gibson, I don't understand why running backs have such high yards per catch in this game. He 24.5 yards, and he only had... Okay, whatever. But Mclaren with 3 catches, and then defensively, Van Der Esch, Jonathan Allen and Chase Young all played well. No interceptions, only 1 tackle for loss, which was Chase Young. Cameron Curl led our team in tackles. Really good first game, and now we're against the Vikings. Let's see who has home field advantage. I'm pretty sure they do, but... Oh, we have home field advantage. Okay. We have home field advantage. We are 8 overalls above this team. We should win this game. All right, let's see. Do we beat the Vikings? And we beat the Vikings. Let's go. We are in the conference championship, and we're somehow still against someone in our division. We're against the Eagles in the conference championship. If we win this, we would play either the Steelers or the Ravens. Probably the Ravens, because the Ravens are just really, really good in this game. Lamar Jackson's a monster, and he's great in real life too. But in this game, he's really good. We're going to look for postseason, and why did it switch? Oh my gosh, that was not even close. 49-17? Almost 400 yards passing from Glenn Tracy. 4 sacks on Palumbo. Palumbo was the other X-Factor player in that draft, by the way. Oh no, he's a year behind. Palumbo was the X-Factor quarterback in the draft before Glenn Tracy, so he made it to the conference championship, and Glenn Tracy beat him in the conference championship. Fowler had a great game. Wow. Oh my gosh, okay. An 82-yard long with 2 touchdowns. Gibson played okay. Deami Brown, 11 catches, 185 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Hawthorne with 95 yards and a touchdown. Mclaren not doing too much, but Humphrey with a touchdown too. Defense, Chase Young probably went off. Oh, Montez Sweat with 2 sacks. Chase Young's with 3 TFLs and tackles for loss, I call them TFLs, and a sack. Jonathan Allen playing well too. Jammin Davis with another interception. Our team played so well this game. We just had an all-around great game. No, like, weird defensive stats, but just a great game. 49-17. All right, so we are in the conference championship now. All it took was 1 trade, and we're here. The Eagles aren't even good. They are a 77 overall. But yeah, let's look at the Eagles roster and figure out why this team is in this game. It does not make any sense to me. Miles Sanders. This guy's superstar X Factor. Maybe he's the reason. This team doesn't look very good. They have bad linebackers, bad secondary except for the safety, bad kicker. This team looks bad. It just looked like a bad team. But we're going to super sim it and see exactly what's going to happen in this game. Let's jump forward to the end of the quarter. We're up 7-0. We're up 14-0. Okay, we're off to a really good start. And we're shutting them out. So okay, they scored. 17-7 after the end of the second quarter. Second half begins. And we are up 24-7. Okay, this game does not look close at all. And it looks like 27-7. Yeah, this was... Okay, 37-7. We take them out. So we have just made it to the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. This guy threw for 160 yards on 39 attempts. Why is the crowd still going? I'm not in the game. I'm just gonna... Actually, I don't think that's loud for you guys. That's probably fine. Our running backs played okay. Gabe Humphrey had a great game. Mclaren played well. Deami played well. Hawthorne got a touchdown. Montez Sweat had 7 sacks. Montez Sweat had 7 sacks this game. Excuse me? I'm pretty sure that's a record. Oh, no, that's Chase Young. Chase Young had 7 sacks. Montez had 2. Chase Young had 7 sacks? Oh my god. No forced fumbles, but 7. Okay, Chase Young shut this team down by himself. Holy, that's the best game I've ever seen. Chase Young for MVP. That's all I'm saying. After 7 sacks in a game, my god, I've never seen that. Well, we are now, let's advance to the next week and see who we're against in the Super Bowl. We are going to be against the, Pro Bowl first. None of my players can be in the Pro Bowl because we're in the Super Bowl. And we are against the Ravens. The Ravens are, it looks like, the second highest overall in the league. Lamar Jackson is still just amazing. And actually, I'm pretty sure development traits change before Super Bowl. So let's see. Did anyone upgrade anything? We are... Hawthorne's an 83. These coaching boosts are crazy in this game. Like, upgrade your coaching stuff and your players get like +4 overall boosts in some cases. Now let's super sim this Super Bowl and see if we can win a Super Bowl with our newly acquired quarterback. That will be the greatest trade in NFL history. Making a trade at the deadline with a losing record and going to transitioning it into a Super Bowl. I don't think this ever happened. Let me skip a moment and do the quarter by quarter thing. Okay, so they score first. We're down 7-0. We're having trouble moving the ball. Okay, 7-7. 7-7 after the first half. Low scoring game so far. Okay, 14-7. 21-7. This is looking good. We might have a Super Bowl in our hands, fam. Let's go. Ooh, 28-14. I think 35-14. We did it. We did it. Let's watch the celebration. Wow. All we had to do is one trade. That's it. Just one trade. Get rid of Dallas garbage tier Dockery. Trade for Glenn Tracy, and you get a Super Bowl. That's how you win. Oh, look at him taking selfies. That's kind of cool. I'm just glad we were able to get Chase Young, Montez Sweat, Daron Payne, and Jonathan Allen a Super Bowl. Unfortunately, Ioannidis couldn't stay along for the ride, but we got Mclaren one, we got Gibson one, we got Diami one. We got a lot of really, like, Jammin. We got Jammin one. All of the, like, core players of the current football team roster, we got a Super Bowl, which is what I was going for there. Glenn Tracy actually didn't have a great game. I mean, he played well, but he didn't have a great game. Lamar had a worse game, so that's cool, I guess. Gibson had 2 touchdowns. Fowler had a touchdown. Dobbins played well. Our receivers didn't really do too much. This was a defensive game, I guess. Wait, where did we had 4 rushing touchdowns? Okay, I see what happened now. Defensively, Sweat had 2. No repeat 7-sack performance from Chase Young, but our defense played well. Our defense played really well. We held the Ravens to, I think, 14 points that game. Did we have a defensive touchdown, actually? Might have had a defensive touchdown this game. I don't think we did. Now that I think we scored 35. Yeah, but that's a Super Bowl win. We got one Super Bowl, year 5. All it took was trading for a better quarterback, and our team was ready to finally take it the distance. Got that Super Bowl, and now we're going to see if we can repeat. So actually, I think I'm going to call it there. That's a 5-year rebuild it took to get a championship with the Washington football team. You can probably get a little bit earlier if you don't commit to a quarterback like Dallas Dockery, like we did. He just wasn't good. His overall was very deceiving. But yeah, we got the Super Bowl. We did what we needed to do, and next video will probably be a little bit more streamlined because this one, I don't know how long it is, but after I finish editing, I'm sure it's not going to be less than an hour and a half. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, leave a like and a subscribe. I'm going to try to upload maybe at least 1 rebuild a week, hopefully 2 rebuilds a week. So yeah, like, subscribe, follow for more, and I will be back soon. Peace.